opening night of the NBA is about to tip off with a full slate of games, starting with the Cavaliers taking on the Knicks from Madison Square Garden. In the NFL, Broncos head coach Sean Payton, speaking to the media today, addressed Russell Wilson's social media comments where Wilson called Payton classless after he made comments after their win on Sunday night.
The euphoria, the way that game unfolded, that was strictly about Dart. That was in no way, shape, or form anything that was directed at Russ. So, and I might be able to see how he might perceive that. But coming off that win and watching how he played, yeah, that wasn't any intention at all.
In other NFL news, Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels will miss their Week 8 Monday night matchup against the Chiefs because of a hamstring strain. And in baseball, the Giants officially hired Tony Vitello as their new manager. I'm Monty Bolaños.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Password.
Ack, dack,
Enter, brother.
Yes, sir. Come on in. With that password, you now have full access to this very fine radio program for the next 3 hours.
Not 2, not 3, not 4.
Thank you, LeBron. No matter how you listen in, Fox Sports Radio, foxsportsradio.com, the iHeartRadio app, SiriusXM Channel 83.
Wow.
And now,
We'll do it live.
live on YouTube.
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Do it. Just
do
That
it.
last do it, that does it.
That's right. Say my name.
Rob Parker.
Say his name.
Kelvin Washington.
And we are indeed the odd couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, on this Worship Wednesday.
Hallelujah.
And you will need our phone number because we are, without question, the most listener-friendly national sports talk radio show on the planet.
Doug Gottlieb.
What? I almost fell out of my chair.
Oh, here we go. It's already going to be one of them days.
Unbelievable. At
Already.
least when people are actually listening to the radio. Oh, did I say that? That's right. Write it down, commit it to memory. 877-99 on Fox. For you laymen, it's 877-996-6369.
It's not trigonometry.
That's right.
Nope.
And if you hear feedback on the line, it's your own fault. It means only one thing.
You forgot to turn down the radio.
With that said, always remember,
Sweetie Beatty. Yeah.
Yay.
and if you don't like the way we talk to you, guess what?
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. If you have a problem, turn off your station.
That's right. Turn off your station if you don't like it. You'll take it and you'll like it here on The Odd Couple.
Yeah. That sounded a little aggressive.
Let's go. We got a big show. Let me welcome in my co-host. He is
Kelvin Washington.
What up, man?
You
Happy
like that?
Worship Wednesday.
Alex, you don't like it?
I like
Yeah.
that.
Right?
Yeah.
You don't like it?
No, I'm just. What would you have done with Mike? Circa like 1987 to like 07, Mike Tyson.
But wait a minute. I was at Newsday in New York when Mike Tyson got released from prison and walked the streets of Harlem, and people poured out of the building.
Of course.
What a scene out of all the stuff that I've covered.
Yeah.
Like, and he was like the Pied Piper, you know, like with the trying to run the rats or the mice out of the city, whatever it was. But, you know, but people streaming, walking down Frederick Douglass Boulevard, following Mike Tyson.
So
it was incredible.
The Taste of Soul, 400,000 people. It was just this past weekend. I didn't go this year, but in 2022, we're out there as a station, Spectrum News, blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, Mike Tyson pops up. by one other dude, not a train, not a whole entourage, him and one guy. When I say the entire place was like, oh, my. And a couple people kind of grabbed him, trying to just assume he want to take a picture and he turned like that. Like, man, I was like, and you could tell not trying to be funny, you could tell he has like PTSD in the sense of being in the streets and just like fighting and people grabbing him. He kind of turned like, hey, don't grab me like that. And I was like, you don't want to just be grabbing a human, let alone Mike Tyson like that.
Right. It doesn't make any sense. All right, we got a great show on this Worship Wednesday. A lot to get to. But first, let's welcome in the Odd Couple crew. We wouldn't be able to do this fine radio program without them. Rob G is our producer. Alex is our engineer. Monty Bolaños is at the anchor desk. She'll keep us updated. Thank you, Monty. And, of course.
Never heard of him.
Man.
Never heard of him. Never heard of him.
Elijah is our social media guru.
He looked tired, too.
So we're in full effect. Well, about what?
Because you're working him so much.
HRU.
You're working him so much.
What?
And then when I asked him to do something yesterday, he was like,
he don't have time for that.
All right, man, I got you, man. I was like, dang, Rob wearing him out like that.
K-Dot, I have what he sends to Elijah every day. Says that every day.
You don't need to have him doing you like that, Elijah. I know, baby, but
I like that.
I'm trying to keep
can you
a job.
put that and then the Tyson drop, and we can just do that? I don't even have to say
I can do whatever you want.
Just like that. Let me
just text me an HRU real quick.
How are you?
Alex, how are you?
How are you?
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
No,
God.
No, that's
okay.
how I feel. No, that's how everybody been texting me because you're Ohtani ridiculous. Another day has come.
Rob G's been getting texts.
Another day has come up. Get your boy. Is your boy serious? I know that ain't your boy. How you put up with that every day? I'm on like the 14th text to DM now. Is this your man's?
We do a radio show.
Come on, son.
I know you're used to listening to the milquetoast sports talk radio shows that most people are doing around the nation. We don't play that here at Fox Sports Radio, at least from 4 to 7 or 7 to 10. How's that?
All right, let's get to the show.
Okay,
for Rob G swing on us.
I'm just saying. Rob G, the NFL made some news today, and for once,
I know
I'm standing loud and proud with the National Football League.
Oh, I thought you were about to tell me something.
Yeah, okay.
I thought you were about to tell me something. You loud and proud out here in these streets.
Hey.
I was about to say, you know what?
I'm
glad you living your life freely now. I'm glad you're being your,
Can you see this? Can you see this on
and
YouTube?
I'm standing loud and proud. Go
All
ahead,
the
Rob.
YouTubians saw that one.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Rob.
Guys, this has been a talking point for a few weeks now. As you know, the NFL announced their halftime performer for the upcoming Super Bowl, and they're calling it a controversial choice. Bad Bunny, Puerto Rican international pop star, superstar, one of the most popular acts on the planet. The problem is, according to some, he is also very vocal about his distaste for President Donald Trump, specifically as it relates to the ICE raids that have happened throughout the country. So President Trump has come out and said some stuff about it. News pundits, social media pundits have all come out and said, hey, you need to change this. This is not a good look. This is not representative of America. This is not good for the NFL. Well, Roger Goodell came out today and forcefully backed Jay-Z and Bad Bunny for the choice of the Super Bowl halftime show, saying, quote, it's carefully thought through. I'm not sure we've ever selected an artist where we didn't have some blowback or criticism. It's pretty hard to do when you have literally hundreds of millions of people that are watching. He, Bad Bunny, is one of the leading and most popular entertainers in the world. That's what we try to achieve. It's an important stage for us. It's an important element to the entertainment value.
There you go. And bravo to the NFL. Yeah. Bravo to Roger Goodell. Okay? Because, and this doesn't matter what political side you're on. Okay? Because who are you going to pick? If you start doing this, then you're going to have real issues. Once you buckle in on this, you won't be able to pick anybody, okay? Because they'll feel like anytime there's somebody that they don't like or there's an issue. And here's my problem with NFL America and a lot of the fans who, you know this, Kelvin, cried from the mountaintops. I don't want to see Black Lives Matter at NFL games. I'm just here for football. It's an escape for me. I don't want to see that. It's escapism. I didn't hear those same people when they gave tributes to Charlie Kirk. There was none of that. Where was the outcry? Why are we doing this at a football game? I'm not interested. People went to the mountaintops and said he deserves to have a right to voice his opinion. I agree. Everybody does. And so does Bad Bunny. He's not down with Donald Trump. It's fine. That doesn't mean he can't perform at the Super Bowl. If you don't want to hear Bad Bunny, guess what? Turn your damn station. Change the channel.
Tell him, Mike Tyson.
Turn it down. If you don't like Bad Bunny's music or you don't like him, that's what we've all done. You know how many acts at the Super Bowl a lot of black people weren't interested in? And guess what their choice was? Their choice was to either watch it or turn it off and turn it back on when the game came on. How dare people now, they want to remove Bad Bunny because he doesn't fall in line with what they want to do. The same thing. Oh, just dribble and play basketball. Unless, of course, you're Outkick or you're some other organization that has a different agenda and feels a different way. Then it's okay for them to talk about sports and politics, but not for other people. Come on, dude. Just be consistent. And I applaud the NFL for just saying, we're not going to open this can of worms. He was selected. We went through the process. And just like Roger Goodell said, whenever you have somebody like this, there are going to be people who like him, who don't like him. And we made a selection. And I'm glad that Bad Bunny is going to perform at the Super Bowl. I'm not even a fan of Bad Bunny. I just think that it's right.
Because you know what you're a fan of. It's standing on what's right, standing on principle. And I got to say, teasing you a minute ago, I think your Ohtani take is crazy. We disagree on so much. We have fun on this show. But when you ain't wrong and you right, I got to acknowledge that. And this is one of those things. Because this is where sometimes the hypocrisy screams loud. Give you an example. Blue Lives Matter. Blue Lives Matter. Get that. Absolutely okay. But then when you storm the Capitol and Blue's lives are harmed, oh, well, now they don't matter because you're trying to get your point across that you believe the election was stolen and so on and so forth.
So now we're going to kill cops.
Now cops can get beat up, get hit, and some of them in the hurt took their own lives afterwards because of all the trauma, all of that. But I thought it was Blue Lives Matter. And so it's the same thing here. Free speech. Well, except for Bad Bunny, who has an opinion about ICE. And by the way, there are several lawsuits. This is the news me. Several lawsuits, several controversies, several things that are misconduct issues when it comes to ICE. You have whether it be states like Governor Gavin Newsom in California who are saying, well, why, if they're ICE, which is fine, why can't they show their face? What is so bad? Police officers have to show their face. Other officers, FBI, everybody shows. What is this about ICE agents? They don't have to show their face. So there's practices that people are calling into controversy when it comes to ICE, meaning you can have an opinion on ICE.
Right.
It's okay. And the idea that Bad Bunny, well, I don't want him to perform. He doesn't speak American. First of all, speak English. Doesn't speak American. First of all, Puerto Rico is a territory of America. So that's connected to America. Let's also start there.
Yes.
He's not even American. And then, to your point of this, no matter who I pick, if I'm Jay-Z who's running in Rock Nation to Roger Goodell, it's going to be controversy. Well, if I pick the who had it some 20-something years ago, a lot of people, black, white, Latino, Asian, were young.
Who.
I don't know who the who. Who is the who? And it's not about anything. It's just I don't know who they are.
The Who is a great band, but a lot of people.
Absolutely. The Who is an iconic band, but a lot of people are like, I don't know them. It was a different time. It was a different era. And that's part of why they brought in Jay-Z and the Rock Nation was to bring it hipper. They were starting to lose people. They had performers who wouldn't perform, who were huge, who were like, nah, this is too stale and old. So now here we are. Last year, they chose Kendrick Lamar. Controversy surrounds that. People say, well, I'm not watching it. It's going to be this. It's going to be that. Guess what broke a record? The Kendrick Lamar performance. And I think people forget this sometimes. While you love the NFL and you have your team's logo tattooed on you, it's still a business. And Bad Bunny is the most streamed artist in the entire world.
Period.
And what do we talk about
Sad.
every Rob G gives us the here's the news schedule of the coming season? What are there? A bunch of universal games, global games. The NFL, the NBA, MLB
I don't see
trying
those
to grow.
people who are stopping saying, I'm not going to watch the game because it's in Europe or it's in Latin America.
You're watching
Where
the
are
game.
those people?
Some of you are buying tickets. And the NBA and NFL is trying to continue to grow its audience and grow globally. And he is a massive, if not the biggest artist in the world globally. They're going to spread the game, spread it out. So the idea, again, if you don't want to watch, you don't have to watch. But the NFL knows it's going to be controversy no matter who they pick. And why not pick the most globally streamed artist who has a massive fan base? By the way, a large portion of our country speaks Spanish as well. Hello. And let him be entertained. And for 12 minutes of your life, you'll be okay. I promise.
All right, 877-99 on Fox. 877-996-6369. Did Roger Goodell and the NFL do the right thing by standing by Bad Bunny for the Super Bowl halftime show? Hail to Roger. That's right.
Hey.
You know what? I feel I feel like going to get a nice meal. I am moist after that.
Yeah.
It is the Odd Couple on a Worship Wednesday.
That's got to be racist.
Where are you? 877-99 on Fox.
Muy bien.
Call up here if you got an issue with it. We want to talk to you.
Buenos dias.
Because we're Bad Bunny as hell here on the Odd Couple. Stick and stay.
Me llamo Odd Couple in the US of A.
Very nice.
Hola, Mansi. ¿Qué edad? Muy guapo.
Sí. Adios.
I'm convinced.
What are you convinced about, Rob?
That one of the storylines that a lot of people are excited about will not come to fruition, will be a spectacular disaster, will not happen, and will be a fail.
What you talking about, Willis?
That's Kevin Durant and the whole era in Houston, and that they're going to the finals, and he's the missing piece, and they had the young pieces, they have the coach, and all that other stuff. I think the West is extremely tough, number one.
That's true.
Number two, I don't know if his showing up in Houston changes the dynamics of the young team and what they had going, because he's such a great player, and there's no way that you keep playing the same way when you add him to the mix. And then number three is we've seen this guy get hurt without contact. I don't know if we can trust him to stay healthy for an entire season. And lastly, this will be the third stop where his train derailed. This is just who he is, and the idea that he's a vagabond and he's just going to go to team. Like, seriously, Kevin Durant has been on so many teams that there isn't really a team that you should, erect a statue or have him attached to. Like, he's been to too many teams. And I'm the last two stops, brutal. The one in Phoenix where everybody was ready to crown them. Oh, my God, who are you going to stop? Devin Booker and KD and this and that. Disaster. Did not work out. And unfortunately, I believe it will not happen in Houston as well.
Like Charlie Murphy said when he was doing the sketch on Dave Chappelle. So, wrong. Let me tell you why you're wrong. You listed 2 to 3 reasons why it's going to work. So, number one, when you start to look at the statistics for the Houston Rockets and what they did bad or what they did good. Let's start with the shooting. The main reason why they struggled against teams was offensively they didn't have a go-to bucket getter. And they also struggled from three. They were near the bottom of the league in the three-point shooting. They were near the bottom of the league in free throw shooting.
KD's
they were near
a
the
three-point
bottom
shooter now?
Yeah, one of the greatest ever. 50, 90, 40 pretty much every year. And in field goal percentage, they were also low as well. And clutch three-point percentage, they were only 24%. So they're very low when you needed a bucket, you needed a shot, you needed to knock down free throws. You literally bring in the best guy aside from maybe Stephen. He might even be better when you come to the mid-range as far as getting me a shot, whether it be mid-range, three-pointers, free throws, it doesn't matter. So you bring that guy in, a 7-foot walking bucket. So that's where I disagree. It's a perfect fit. You brought up Phoenix. Let me tell you why Phoenix was a horrible fit. Because Phoenix had the same guy. Bradley Beal doesn't do much unless he's got the ball in his hand. Devin Booker, quality player as far as he can distribute the ball a little bit, but he's best.
That failed before Bradley Beal got there.
But there he's best
before he got there.
Because there's my other point coming up. They had three guys who all need the ball to score, and they couldn't do much. Not great assistment. They're not great down defenders. Not going to say, hey, tonight I'm going to get 12 points and get 12 rebounds. That's just not what they did. Houston has that. They got guys who all I want to do is play defense. They got guys who all I want to do is muck up the game, play hard. Other guys who I'm going to drive the basket. So it's actually a much better fit. The reason why when they had Devin Booker and Kevin Durant, it didn't work, they didn't have any depth. They gave up all their depth to acquire Kevin Durant. Houston, that's what they have, so much so that they might be able to sustain. This is the hardest part for them to me. They lose Fred VanVleet.
Easy for you to
I know,
say.
right? Fred VanVleet is a big-time loss because of veteran presence, big shooter, shot maker, and just that kind of guy who can calm the offense. Losing him is big. I'll give you that. The only point you made that I will concede and give you is Kevin Durant's health over the last 5-6 years. He has been known to miss a game, miss some parts of a season, miss a third of a season.
Oh, you act like you poo-pooing that?
No, I'm with you on that. So I'm saying that part, there is an issue or concern with that. I'll give you that. But as far as just quality of the player, fit, to me it's perfect fit. The guy they need. They got Amin Thompson, who's going to be probably an all-star this year or next. You got Şengün, who's one of the better post bigs down low.
Have you looked at the division, the Western Conference?
Oh, the conference is lit. I told you that.
Okay.
No, the conference is
So
packed.
you have them. You got the Rockets going to the final.
No, the Rockets go to the final. I think I'm not quite there yet to see what's what. But no, I'm saying I fully expect them to be a good, very good team and hard to beat.
No, that's not why.
They got the perfect mix.
But that's not why they brought him on, and that's why you missed my point. My point is you don't bring Kevin Durant to your team to be a good team and to be in the mix.
Subscribe. Just search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. Again, it's Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe. We appreciate it. Share, thumbs up, like, comment, whatever it may be. Always great to hear from you. We'll check in with some of the comments throughout the show. Rob G will do that. We got
Rob G, we definitely need some comments from YouTube.
We'll get to in a minute. Helin on the way. We'll talk some NBA obviously you got day 2 of the NBA back in action. We'll do that in just a little bit. Right now, 877-99 on Fox. Roger Goodell stood on business and said the NFL's sticking with Bad Bunny. And listen, he knows there's always going to be some controversy when you make a decision around a halftime performance. So it's one of the few times that Rob and I actually can applaud and agree with Roger Goodell. What about you? Maybe we're wrong. Maybe you disagree. Maybe you have some strong opinion on why Bad Bunny should perform.
We want to hear from you.
Either way, we want to hear. 877-99 on Fox. Who we got?
Andrew in Bakersfield, California. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Andrew?
What's up, guys?
How are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
Doing well.
All right. Good to talk to you. So my issue is this. I heard that Bad Bunny canceled all his tour dates in the U.S., and so he wouldn't come here. And now he wants to do the Super Bowl. And my question is, like, what's the difference? And
does he have a right to pick where he wants his tour stops?
There's a real answer behind that.
He doesn't want to be involved where ICE is showing up at his events.
He didn't want anyone being attacked at his events or being threatened or obviously.
Andrew, that's the reason why there are no events here in the United States.
The NFL, the Super Bowl is a totally different entity, and the concerts were never scheduled. And he all he did was just do them in Puerto Rico, and he did like several nights, I think like 2 weeks worth. And so obviously the Super Bowl, ICE ain't rolling up on the Super Bowl. This is big business, so that's why he feels comfortable.
Andrew. Yep. Mason in the Bay Area, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Mason?
Hey, Rob. Hey, Kelvin. I first off just want to commend you guys for broaching this topic because, Rob, I mean, back to when you and Chris were on this show, you would never stray away from, dancing the fine little dance adjacent in the sports and political world. So I definitely commend you guys for doing that. I think you don't hear a lot of that in the,
no,
the toast, white toast, whatever.
Right, the milk toast sports talk radio.
Yeah.
Most people are afraid to have a real conversation, and all we're saying is, in this situation, the NFL did the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're not going to agree with whoever they pick.
That's the thing about it, too.
Right?
It doesn't matter who. Some of that person's too old. They're too young. They're boring. I hate country music. I hate hip-hop.
Exactly.
They can't please 130, 40 million people, so there's always going to be
I
something.
do have one question for you, Mason.
Yeah.
Are you shocked that the NFL, they didn't cave? The NFL did not cave.
I'm not shocked at all because, they tied their, rope around this horse or whatever you want to say, and they made that announcement. Why would they back it off? And, like Kelvin said, they're doing this globalization thing where they're, spreading out to different countries, and I think it makes total sense from a business standpoint. You are trying to get the most eyes on your product, and that's all this is going to do. I mean, I'm probably not going to be that interested in it. I don't speak that much Spanish in California. I know that's crazy, but, that's fine, though. I mean, it is what it is.
Mason, the only Spanish word that I know is Paquito because women used to say that to me a lot when I was in high school.
Oh, my.
I'm just saying. Okay. Monty, look at Monty. So I was like, what do they keep saying?
Oh,
I didn't know what.
Crazy. I was going to say you're something else, but it would have been too close to what we're talking about.
Hey, Kurt in North Dakota. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Kurt? That was before I had a growing spurt. I want you to know.
Yeah,
okay.
You were
yes.
5'5" then.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, thanks a lot for taking my call. You guys are the best. Your show has heart and it has soul, and I just want to say amen to your take on this, Rob Parker, and your take on this, Kelvin Washington, and hats off to Roger Goodell. And I'm the piggyback on Mason. You guys are doing the right thing, and we don't see enough courage in our media these days. And it's a little bit of courage, but it's more than we're getting. So, anyways, God bless you guys.
Thank you.
I appreciate you, man.
Keep rolling, man. I love you guys.
Appreciate it. Yep.
And by the way, Rob, let me add this. We're so sure of these types of conversations. You don't even have to agree with us. We can have the conversation.
We're all right
this
with
doesn't
that.
have to be, you better agree with us. But the idea that you can't talk about or can't have the conversation, that's not this. That's not this show.
How about Larry? Is this Springfield, Illinois, or Massachusetts? Illinois? Massachusetts or Missouri? Missouri. There's Springfield's everywhere. Springfield, Missouri.
I ain't gonna lie. Roger, you look like you were saying Rutabaga.
He was
like, Rutabaga.
Larry, how you doing, buddy?
There's a Springfield in every state.
There is.
I called a couple of weeks ago to give you condolences, our happiness for your Southern Connecticut State College box invocation. Hey, I grew up in that whole little area there, and right up the road is Harper, Connecticut, which is like little Puerto Rico. And I knew a lot of Puerto Ricans. Of course, we always had little issues sometimes. Basically, I want to get to the gist of it.
Yep.
I'm a 66-year-old white guy living out here in Springfield, Missouri. There's no flavor of any sort like that out here. Bad Bunny spans a lot of genres. Maybe people don't know it. He's not only a great athlete, he's a great wrestler. He's a great ambassador. He's entertaining. His music is soothing. He's a perfect choice for halftime. They have so much crap on. He's the entertainer that came from nowhere and nothing, which that's exactly, you go anywhere in Puerto Rico, and I've never been there, would like to go, but there's nothing left. I think that our president should take a little bit more of his money. I think that Roger Goodell should take a little bit or a lot more of his money and build the infrastructure of that great little country, which is our country.
No doubt. Thank you so much.
You're spitting, Larry. Appreciate you, Larry.
Thanks, Larry.
All right. Hey, appreciate everybody for your calls.
And we love that.
Love it, man. Just have a conversation. It's A-OK to do that.
Don't be afraid to have a conversation.
Nope, absolutely. All right, Kurt Helin on the way.
Don't be afraid to have a
Paquito
conversation. I'm just
well,
saying.
I don't know that life. Monty right now, get you set on trending.
This has just been so lovely to listen to, and I mean that. This has been great to listen to. All the words in Spanish that you knew.
Oh, I was going
words.
crazy.
You had a lot of words.
I knew
mucho,
palabras.
grande.
Seguí, dale.
Lale.
No, dale, like keep going.
Keep going? I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm about to keep going. I'm saying
Monty,
keep going.
I'm going to say one thing.
¿Qué pasó?
I'm going to say one.
¿Qué pasó?
Alex, who, if he shakes his head now at me all the time now. Alex used to be out front.
¿Por qué?
You know what I mean? Like,
I'll
he's
tell you
not
por
afraid.
qué.
¿Por qué?
Alex, are you afraid of me now?
Never afraid.
Okay.
Not afraid.
Worried?
I'm afraid for you. For you.
You know they say we get a little wilder with age?
Yeah. Is that where I'm
I
at?
hope 6 years makes
Okay.
Preocupados.
All right.
That's the word of the day.
Cállate.
Preocupados. Worried. Be a little bit worried for the Commanders because Jaden Daniels is going to be out for their Week 8 matchup. That is Monday night against the Chiefs because of that hamstring strain. Speaking of hamstring strains, Lamar Jackson, Ravens quarterback, he did practice, but he was limited in practice today. It was the first time he was on the field, though, since suffering the injury in Week 4. Panthers quarterback Bryce Young didn't practice today because of his high ankle sprain. There will be some changes coming to Super Bowl week because the NFL is moving the annual Pro Bowl games to the season's week of Super Bowl. It's going to be on Tuesday, February 3rd, so that is one big change. And the NBA, guys, it's opening night, a full slate of games. Jalen Brunson already putting on a little show at Madison Square Garden. The Knicks are up on the Cavaliers right now, 25-16, late in the first quarter. Halfway through the first quarter, the Miami Heat are up on the Orlando Magic, 24-21. Keep an eye on the Magic this season. I think that could be a dark horse that goes far. The Nets, right? The Nets are on top of the Hornets, 21-20, with about 5 minutes to go in the first quarter of that one. Baseball news: the Giants officially hired Tony Vitello as their new manager. He's leaving University of Tennessee, becomes the first college coach to be an MLB manager with no previous pro baseball coaching experience. I mean, why not? Why not? Give it a chance, right?
Yeah,
Give it a chance.
We got a conversation about that coming up one of our hours as well. We'll
And I ain't happy about it. I want you to know.
I can't wait. You not happy about something? No. Milagro. The Wild and the Devils playing in the NHL. They're scoreless late in the first period. Back to you guys.
What'd you call me?
Nada. Milagro. That you were upset about something? That you have a take?
You thought you heard negro? You thought you heard negro?
I thought you said negro.
You thought you heard negro?
Milagro.
I thought you said
Mi negro?
No, El Loco El Negro.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, well.
I said Milagro, not to be confused with the tequila. That's not too bad. Back to you guys.
Cuidado.
Yeah.
Cuidado.
Cuidado.
Okay.
Cuidado.
Caution.
Cuidado.
Su niño. It's your boy.
Su nene. You say su nene?
I'm scared.
All right, it's fine.
All right.
Yeah, it's like nena is like a girl, nene is like your boy.
Well,
you know?
Neno.
Yeah. Nene.
But that would be but would that be?
That's the boy. No, nena is a girl.
Oh, nene. All right, so
Yeah, there
nene.
you go.
It's your boy. Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin on a Worship Wednesday. Appreciate you again hanging out with us on this Wednesday and all the folks on YouTube as well. Right now, let's talk some hoops with Kurt Helin, NBCSports.com, lead NBA writer, basketball talk on X. Feels good, Kurt, to have this music back. NBA's back. It's a good feeling, a great time to be a sports fan, right?
Hey, this is the fun time of year, isn't it? I mean, you got the Dodgers about to kick Toronto's butt in the World Series.
Okay. All right.
Hey, man. Hey, look. I saw how Kendrick Lamar versus Drake went. I know how this ends.
It's a great point. We're right back here again.
Don't count out the Blue Jays, all right? I know you think the tariffs are going to matter, but not in the World Series, okay? Let's go
Yeah,
ahead.
go ahead. Well, I was going to say we got the NBA last night.
I want to go with
off.
the LeBron-less Lakers, and I don't know if skinny Luka, whatever you want to call him, could play any better, and they still got drubbed. And the third quarter, like last year, was still a problem. What do you make of the Lakers, Kurt?
They got some work to do, and I think we kind of knew that going in. Like, they clearly miss LeBron, but just beyond that, this is a team that doesn't defend terribly well. And last night they shot, I think it was 22% from three for the game.
8 for 32, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, that was always the concern. You've got to surround Luka with defense and shooting. Like, he'll give you everything else. And he got 43 last night, and frankly, didn't shoot great. I think he was 2 of 10 from three. He was not sharp early in that game, and he still did all that. And I thought, Austin Reeves was good. Austin Reeves had, 26? He had a good game, but there's just not enough around them, and that's got to start. It's got to start a lot of places, but like DeAndre Ayton has to be better. They have to have DeAndre Ayton be better.
Why are we expecting him to be better?
I was about to say good luck.
Seriously, when he hasn't been, Kurt. That's the reason he's been on teams. That's the reason that he became available, is that he hasn't played well. Why should we think that because he's in Los Angeles drinking the water and inhaling the smog that he's going to play better now?
Well, there's no snow to keep him from games now, so he's safe.
That's true.
No, look, he was good in Phoenix when Chris Paul was riding him basically for a season, and I think they're banking on the culture of LeBron and Doncic to push him, plus the fact that, like, this is it for him in terms of major contracts. Like, if he does well here, he can get paid. He's not going to be a max guy, but he can get paid with the next deal. If this doesn't work, he's not out of the league because he's just big enough and good enough not to be out of the league, but it's veteran minimums basically the rest of the way. Like, you're just one of those guys.
Yeah.
And I think he realizes that, and, look, last night's one game against a good team, and frankly, to be fair to him, a team that's a really bad matchup for him because they need him to be in drop, and good luck doing that against the Warriors. But he's got to be better. They have to get more out of him.
They do, and they need more shot creators. They'll have to address that at some point because it can't just be Luka or LeBron. Someone else has to be able to get a bucket, which leads me to a team that a bunch of guys, they're athletic, they play together, they can create, they get a lot of easy stuff because of their defense. That is the reigning champ, the Thunder. Why are we not sitting here in June saying, oh, we should have saw that coming, them repeating again? Give me why that's not going to be the case.
Why it won't be the case? Denver.
Thank you.
I think that's if they don't win it again, barring significant injury or something we don't want to see, it's Denver. Right. I think that's the only team.
Didn't Denver take them to 7 games last year without the improvements that they made this past offseason?
Those two teams are a cut above everybody else.
I look, those are the two best teams in the NBA to me. And look, because of the way the NBA league works, either New York or Cleveland or somebody out of the East is going to get a shot at them because that's, somebody from the East has to make the finals. But it's the West. If it's Denver versus Oklahoma City like we expect, that is the West. That's the NBA finals. Those are the two best teams. And I picked Denver, but frankly, it's a coin toss. Like, I could see either one of them winning. Guys, though, don't you feel like, I hate to say this because, like, they are so good, but there's a certain Duncan Spurs quality about Oklahoma City where they're just kind of good and efficient and boring in defense, and it's just they're not thrilling to watch and they're not dramatic in the ways we kind of sometimes like as fans.
That's great. I'm totally with you.
And they mirrored the terrible numbers that the Spurs always put up in the NBA Finals as well. So you're right,
exactly.
Kurt.
Oklahoma City fans will take boring all day long.
No, I get it. I get it. I'm not mad at them, but it is what it is. The Knicks are up big in the first quarter against Cleveland tonight at Madison Square Garden. Obviously, with some injuries in the East and Indiana and Boston, people are thinking, okay, the Knicks have a shot now to get to the NBA Finals again. I'm not that big on the Mike Brown hire. I think they could have hired Charlie Brown with the same results. But anyway, where are you on the Knicks, and is this the final time? Are they finally going to get to the NBA Finals?
look, they're in the mix. It's going to be them in Cleveland, and this is, it looked so good on paper opening night, and now, you're like, well, who's playing? Like, no Mitchell Robinson, no Darius Garland, no, there's just so many guys missing that this game's a little bit off, and you're seeing some of the guys starting who shouldn't be playing. Let's put it this way. If things are going well and these teams meet in the playoffs, some of these guys shouldn't be seeing heavy minutes. That said, this is what Mike Brown was brought in for, right? It turns out, under NBA rules, you are allowed to play beyond the seventh man on your roster. Like, you can actually play guys 8 through 12. And this is what they're there for. The ball movement, which has been, I was watching that. I've been flipping between that and Orlando Magic, Miami. And, the ball movement's a little better. There's, I saw 2 spot-up threes from Brunson already. They're doing things that they kind of need to do. And they need to get ultimately they need to get Mitchell Robinson healthy and back. And I know they're kind of load managing him already on day one, that's Kawhi-like, but I think that's what they have to do to get him to the finals.
Hey, less than a minute here, Kurt, for this one real quick. Give me a guy who you says take that next leap this season. I'm looking at a guy like Cade Cunningham, Franz Wagner of Orlando Magic, handful of guys who could take that next leap and become, a household name or at least right around there.
Yeah. Honestly, the guy probably going to make the biggest leap is Wemby, but we'll save that for another conversation. Wagner's a good choice. I'm trying to think through. The other guy who was really great early last year, and if he can just stay healthy, I think Atlanta's going to be good. Jalen Johnson's special. Jalen Johnson is just a special player, and he kind of got cut off, injuries last year kind of cut that short, and we didn't get to see all of it. I think we get to see it this year, and I think if he comes together, and speaking of guys who need to stay healthy, and somebody should go knock on wood, Kristaps Porzingis stays healthy, Atlanta can make noise. That's a good team.
You went too far when you said Porzingis staying healthy.
All right, Kurt, who did you say in San Antonio?
That Victor Wembanyama guy?
Everyone knows it's Wemby.
Oh, Kurt.
Everybody knows it's Wemby, Kurt, by the association. But there it is.
Oh, Kurt.
Kurt,
I feel like I just walked right into that.
One more time, Alex. Here we go for Kurt. One more time. Everyone knows it's Wemby.
Kurt didn't ask for it the second
Kurt.
time.
Thank you, Kurt.
Appreciate you, Kurt. Thank you.
I spent so much time practicing how to say that whole name. I got to get it out occasionally, man.
Yeah, all right. You could have just said Cade Cunningham. You could have just gave it out. Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Take care.
All right, Shekel City Player of the Day on the way. And when you just mentioned the Knicks, too, I just feel like something about the Knicks has to happen this year. We'll tell you what it is. Fox Sports Radio.
Sean Payton. I'm not a fan, and especially as someone who sent players out to hurt other players. I don't think you could discount that or act like that doesn't matter. If I had a Hall of Fame vote and Sean Payton's name came up, there's no way in hell I would vote for such a guy who got suspended by the league after they warned him about this whole bounty thing. This is about hurting people, right?
Yeah.
You get paid if you knock somebody out of the game because you hurt them so bad that they get knocked out of the game. And I don't know how in the world that Sean Payton has been able to skate from that tag, where people were possibly where they were trying to hurt other players. Where are the other players to step up and go, what? What are you asking us to do?
Yeah, I do think there's we talked about it a little bit, I think more off air, but I do think there's maybe not a literal paying way, but I do think that's just been promoted through football through the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Like, go out there, hurt them,
not giving people money.
But that's what I said. I don't know if it was a literal system, but
Bounty Gate is because there was money involved, okay? If you're out there trying to play and hit as hard as you can.
Because that whole Ronnie Lottenham era and Bill Romanowski,
but they weren't getting paid, and that's why he got suspended for a year.
No, that's real. That's real.
Anyway, the collapse by the Giants, and of course his Broncos won. So he took the time to throw out a comment, slide remark about his former quarterback Russell Wilson, who he had no use for when he got there. He never wanted him and just treated him poorly. I mean, and Russ, the numbers weren't that bad in the beginning when they first started playing. But anyway, here's the sound of Sean Payton being I want to keep my job, being a bad guy. I got that.
I have a ton of respect for that organization. I spent 4 of my early years there, close with the Mayor Tisch family. You know, they found a little spark with that quarterback. I was talking to John Mayer not too long ago, and I said we were hoping that change would have happened long after our game.
Is that necessary? Especially when you look at it, Russell Wilson has lost his job. The guy has won a Super Bowl in this league. The guy went to 10 Pro Bowls. Like, can you have some respect for Russell Wilson, whether you like him or not, or whatever went down? It was Russell Wilson pushback on social media, called it classless. Rob G, you have the exact quote from the tweet?
Yep, Russell Wilson tweeted out today, classless but not surprised. Didn't realize you're still bounty hunting 15-plus years later through the media. Laughing emoji, hashtag, let's ride.
And you know what? I'm going to give Russell Wilson applause. Because at some point, you got to push back. You can't allow people to continue to disrespect you and to kick you when you're down and to act like you did nothing in the National Football League and you don't matter. And that is foul. He's done nothing to deserve that. There have been other quarterbacks, you know, on their way down who haven't played well and whatnot, and they aren't disrespected the way that Sean Payton has tried to disrespect Russell Wilson. And I'm usually like, take the high road, but there comes a point. And there was no need for that. Am I right? Like, no, what was the real? Well, I talked to I was like, well, I was hoping that we could get the terrible Russell. That's what he said, Russell Wilson, before you made the change at quarterback. Is that what it was? Okay.
Then they have to take a dig at your ex. And they always say, you know, why have to go back and talk about your ex? And Sean Payton, call him Sean Petty, because he has some petty in him. And throughout the years, we've seen that. Little snide remarks. You got the Bounty Gate stuff. There's a time he was fined $100,000 for the whole, he didn't wear.
We are Fox Sports.
Shout out to Kurt Helin, joined us. We talked some NBA with him. That'll be up on the podcast in a little bit. You can check that out. It is now time for Shekel City.
Welcome to Shekel City. The home base for Rob Parker's daily picks against the spread.
Today is the first day I'm here with no food at all.
Wait a minute. I'm thinking you're about to say today is the first day I went 0-3 and it's a.
I have no food.
Wait, you don't have no ribs?
No ribs.
No
nothing,
chicken?
No chicken.
Rob
nothing.
Parker.
No
Rob G
world
told me he wanted
famous
to buy you
Rob
dinner.
Parker fettuccine?
What's that?
Rob G wants to buy you dinner.
Rob G, you buy me dinner tonight?
Rob G.
He said yes.
Man, actually, I read his mouth. That is not what he
You
said.
see how quickly he said
No,
that?
but you didn't hear what he said. Did you read his list?
After all I've done for you, Rob G, nothing matters to you.
Man,
I just picked up a beautiful Christmas gift for you, and now on that day, he doesn't have anything for me.
No.
All that raise that Rob got that no one else got, he's like, I'm going to get y'all a shirt. It's all good.
Hey,
Rob
y'all.
deserves the money more because
Hey,
he knows
look.
how to spend
Is
it.
this on?
Mom and Dad, stop fighting.
All right, here we go.
Well, I got to be sitting here seeing this.
All right, here we go. Last night I was 1-1, up to 46-43 is the total. I got Charlotte -5.5, taking on the Nets in Charlotte.
Up 6.
That's right. There you go. Very nice. Cavaliers -1.5. I didn't realize all the injuries with the Cavs. So this is not going to work out. The Knicks are up big, 13 early in the second quarter.
Still early.
Yeah, Cavs -1.5. But for them to be favorite, but there's a lot of injuries. And I got the Hawks -5.5. They are hosting the Raptors from
Man,
Toronto.
the Raptors stink. If they got the Hawks 5.5.
Yeah, can you imagine that? I know. So again, Hawks -5.5, Cavaliers -1.5, and the Hornets -5.5. And remember,
Cleveland!
I'm not telling you who to bet on. I'm telling you who I bet on.
And it's time for your Tire Rack Play of the Day.
Butler dribbles in. Pump fake. Goes up. Throws to Peyton in the near corner. Out to Curry with 5 on the shot clock. Deep 3. Got it!
There you have it. Warriors radio right there. Warriors get a win in Los Angeles. Ruin Skinny Luka debut. That was a Tire Rack Play of the Day brought to you by Tire Rack for over 40 years. Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive, ship fast and free. Backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com. It is the way tire buying should be.
And I'm going to say, we've been getting feedback from on social media and on YouTube. We got Brad hit us up and said that he loved, like yesterday at the end of the show, we were fun and absurd and crazy. And then today we started off with a real topic that we wanted to sink our teeth into and he liked. And Rob G, a lot of people like that we were even talking about the Bad Bunny controversy for the Super Bowl. And a lot of people agree with us, but there's some people
most people
didn't,
agree with you
right?
guys, and it also started some mini discourse between each other. So that's kind
The
of
odd
what
mob.
You know that's going to happen.
Right? But the one who has been the most vocal about it, Michael De Jesus, says Rob and Kelvin are completely wrong with their take. Forget politics. Bad Bunny's music, first of all, is en español, which most people will not understand.
I do feel like I said that.
Also, the vast majority of the songs have a dark undertone, which is extremely negative for young children.
Okay, so I'm gonna go here. I'm not gonna act like I know Bad Bunny's entire catalog. However, I think he will be judicious in what he chooses. Right?
Obviously,
you're asking somebody who has a catalog. Most of the time, these artists, you get the Super Bowl because you are a huge act and you have hundreds and hundreds of songs. So therefore, you choose your 10, 15 for your 12, 15 minutes you get, and you choose the best one. Secondly, that becomes very subjective. You know how many people who have performed who have had messages or a little sexual or, you know what I mean? There's something you can find about anybody. So if we're going to do that and fine-tooth comb, I guarantee you I can go through every artist that performs and I'll say she mentioned this, she talked about that, she was shaking her butt, he was doing this, he did that, he was doing that.
Or this rock group was into drugs heavily and underage girls. We could go through that.
That's what I said. If you want to fine-tooth comb every person who's performed.
Yes, or a musician or whatever musical act. We know what kind of lifestyle that is, and a lot of it is not pretty.
And some of it is, and some of it's not. So, yeah. And again.
It's good to hear from people.
I was just about to say, I'm glad he still, gave us his opinion. God forbid you have an opposing opinion in this country lately. Is that allowed to have different?
No, if you have an opposing opinion, you know what we tell you? To change your station if you don't like it.
Well, they say something else about that.
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. Do you have a problem? Turn off your station.
Please don't turn off the station.
Please don't turn off the station.
Please don't.
You keep
You
playing
can turn
that.
it down and get really upset, but don't turn the station.
Don't turn it. You keep telling them to turn. One day they might listen to you.
Be quiet.
Don't do that.
I'm not trying to
Mike,
do all
Mike Tyson,
we
relax,
live in a ratings business, Rob. You trying to be the 12 o'clock show or what?
Not yet.
No, I'm not doing this with y'all.
Rob G, are you that kid from last night? I was trying to get him the 12 o'clock show.
Well, I know we lost 2 listeners, him and his daddy. I know we lost them.
And you'll like
I know we lost
gonna fight you at your next remote.
No. They were listening. They called back.
He called back
so it doesn't want like they switched the
now
station.
you done turned him into a bully. He called you a bad name.
He called me a fat pig. Did
He
you
did.
hear that?
I know where the Super Bowl is this year, Rob. I'm gonna see you.
He must know the fall you. The fall and winter you.
It's coming.
He knows that version of you, not the spring and summer version. When
exactly.
You get all svelte on us.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Hey, get ready, Rob G. I'm not going to eat any of your food at this Super Bowl. I promise you.
All you wanted was that man's buns and pancakes, and I had to witness it.
I didn't have any of his buns.
We try to tell you, stop playing with Russ. He's had enough.
I mean, you texted it?
Tweeted it.
No, he tweeted
Yeah, you text.
X'd
put it in text.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Stop playing with him, man.
If you're going to go get it, film it. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, do you want to?
It'd have made way more sense if he filmed it and we got to hear it just like we listened to.
Here's what I don't get, man.
Coach Payton.
If you're Sean Payton, why go there? Like, why does he need to go there? I don't get it. Like, you just won. You had an unbelievable comeback. I mean, I know he's whatever everyone wants to say about Jackson Dart. I mean, Jackson Dart's pick kind of sparked the comeback, honestly. But it's like, why go there? Like, what's the point? Is Sean Payton that petty? Is that how that works?
Was petty. And it was
petty as hell.
It was petty, and it was very, very deliberate and very intentional. Whether he was joking, whether he was serious, whichever side it falls on, it still falls. Like
you're 61 years old, dude.
I wouldn't go as far as classless. I mean, you know, it's a little bit. It's petty.
I do appreciate the fact that Russell didn't bite his tongue. He made his statement, and look, the dude's made $316 million in his career.
Yeah.
Like, good for him. And he's always said and done the right thing. Like, I don't know. You guys probably don't follow him or see this stuff, but like, I think after he got benched, after they decided to go Jackson Dart, he was visiting sick kids in a hospital, like that Tuesday. Like, he didn't shy away from it. Wasn't scared of like still doing the stuff he does in the community. Like, it says a lot about him as a man. Like, Sean Payton, on the other hand, is out here just like, I mean, throwing shade for like no reason. It just, I don't get it. I don't get it, man. You're the head coach of a football team. You got a lot more to worry about. There may be some history there. So when he was upset about Russell's office, didn't that change when he got there?
Yeah.
Like, what was so detrimental between those two that season?
All I'm gonna say is, you had all that so much to say when you got your deal done. I would have laid my ass down with my pretty ass wife, and I would have recorded what he wrote.
We going to bed.
We going to bed. Like, nobody got no time for your classless.
Seattle, we got a deal.
Yeah, come on, man. You made that a video? Why are you just doing the text? I want to see your facial expressions. I want to hear the tone of your voice. I want to see, can you be more petty, or are you like what? I want to see it. Like, we live in a day and age now. I want to see it. If you're going to clap back correctly. Go on film.
I want to see that wall.
I want to see that. I want to see him get that work.
Yeah, but you know what, though? At least he said something. At least he responded to something. Because he's been the butt of a lot of jokes.
I mean, how do we know he said it? It could have been a publicist. It could have been somebody else.
Maybe.
It could have been his wife. It could have been his kid. How do we know you said it, Russ? I want to see you say it.
Count. Come on.
I want to see him say it.
You love drama, though.
Yeah, I do.
You love this stuff.
When it doesn't involve me, I love drama.
back at Madison Square Garden.
Across the timeline, uses a Jamison screen. Bridges, pull-up jumper, 18 feet away. Count it, and the foul, as Mobley was too close on the closeout.
Yeah, you just heard on the Knicks radio network, Mikal Bridges leading the way for the Knicks. He's got 10 points, and they're on top of the Cavaliers 44-38 with about 5 minutes to go in the first half. Just like the Heat and the Magic, where Orlando is up 57-52. The Raptors are on top of the Hawks 18-15, and halfway through the second quarter, the Hornets have a 51-42 lead on the Nets. On the ice, the Devils are up on the Wild 1-0 after the first period. In NFL news, Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels will miss their Week 8 Monday night matchup against the Chiefs because of a hamstring strain. Chargers left tackle Joe Alt is listed as questionable for Thursday night's game against the Vikings. Alt said earlier this week that he will return, though, to play from his high ankle sprain. I'm Monty Bolaños.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Our number 2 here on the Odd Couple on a Worship Wednesday, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. Be sure to check out our brand new YouTube channel. That's right. We see you right now. I know I need to go see the barber. Everybody's complaining that my hair is too long.
You're all right,
and all
man.
that.
Hey, by the way, on YouTube, speaking of, Eric and Isaac are back. They said they're listening.
Are they?
Yeah. The young man that you dissed yesterday.
Oh, are they?
They're listening.
Okay.
They just said it in the YouTube chat.
All right,
They're
very
part
nice.
of
I didn't run them away. I mean, I have nothing but love for
Just
those
stop.
people.
Just stop now,
Okay,
because
all
I
right.
said they're here and they're back. Let's just, before you run them off again.
Just search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. That's right. Again, that's Odd Couple FSR. Be sure to subscribe. And don't stop there. Hit the thumbs up icon and comment away. Just search Odd Couple FSR and subscribe.
By the way, you're told you wasn't over. Look, Cavs inch back in.
With all the injuries, they're only down by, 4?
Yep.
With about 4 minutes to go until the
That's
half.
insane.
We're going to talk about a couple things, including the San Francisco Giants doing something
First
very,
time ever.
very, very controversial as far as
Bad Bunny
a
performing.
hiring.
there?
I know, right? I don't know which one's worse.
Bad Bunny performing in the 7th inning stretch
My
or
goodness
this higher.
gracious, Exactly. Also, one's got to go. That's coming up as well. So we got a lot to get to here in our number 2.
Número dos.
That's right. See, even you're bilingual.
Listen, I'm on a 1,016-day Duolingo run.
But you know what,
With
Monty?
Spanish,
I've been
the app.
criticized. No, I've been criticized.
And I'm one of those who criticize this about you.
But I've been criticized that how did you grow up in New York around a lot of Puerto Rican people who speak Spanish, and you know what I mean? And yet, I know more Yiddish than I know Spanish.
We know why.
Well, because also Queens and where I grew up
Yeah.
and my high school, I have a lot of Jewish friends as well.
You do?
I do.
I know you do. You're from New York.
I'm from New York, and you know what I mean? But I know a little poquito. I know a little Spanish, but not
It's
much.
just you just keep only saying poquito.
Because that's the word I heard a lot.
You can't say you just say you only know. Would that be solo, right? Yeah.
I know leche. I know.
Okay, look at your pan. You know pan is bread.
Is that what it pan?
Yeah.
I don't
Pollo,
know.
you gotta know pollo. That's all you eat every day is chicken.
Leche.
Pan,
See?
There you
leche,
go.
Pan, leche,
pan,
Pan.
leche, agua,
Huevos?
jugo,
Huevos?
juices.
Huevos?
But
No,
I can't say the
huevos.
name of that.
Eggs.
Huevos. Yeah, huevos run.
But I can't say the name of that chicken restaurant. How do you say that?
Well, you don't go there anymore.
Right. Why do you say that, Rob G?
El Pollo Loco?
El Pollo.
El Polo Loco?
I say
El
Polo
Pollo.
Loco.
You do say pollo. You like that person who says the L in salmon. They salmon. No, salmon, man. Salmon. Yeah, let me
What's
get
wrong with
your
salmon. I want some salmon.
I got a buddy. I hope he's not
Salmon.
listening. When he thought he was growing up in this world because he's a chicken tender and fry guy.
So he said, "Let me."
And
go.
we finally went out, finally getting older and growing. Yeah, let me get the salmon. And I looked at the waitress and I just nodded my head like, let my man have. He's growing.
She
Now y'all don't understand. For him, That's like you, how you like what you like, and that's it. This was massive for him. Yeah, let me get the baked salmon.
And the bad
and
part
I
is,
just go, okay.
We're right there.
We're right there. We getting better.
and the waitress did a Danny Thomas spit take all over him because she just couldn't believe he said that.
I don't know who's Danny.
Okay.
See,
You know what a spit take is? Anybody? Spit
Yeah.
take? Okay. I just threw the name because he's the one who
Rob,
invented.
caution.
Okay. All right, a spit take. How's that?
Let's take a double take right now. Where we at? Rob G.
Rob G.
Set the table.
Yeah, I'll set
Yes.
the table. Before I do, real quick, peeling back the curtain. Monty has a lot of fans on YouTube,
Wanna
and I don't like it.
Caminero?
Oh,
And
here
I
we
tell her
go.
about it. I tell her I don't like it.
Here we
So I want to
go.
read this one first.
Okay, what we
Oh,
got?
here
I
we
really
go.
didn't like Monty at first, but she does do a great job.
I bet she does.
That's
First of
I
all,
like
Now
that
wait a
better
minute.
than all
Wait a
the other
minute. Now
comments.
wait a minute. It makes
No sense, no
that-
context.
That Scott Shapiro should be commenting on the YouTube channel.
I think that was Dan Byer.
Was that?
that's pretty funny. Is he still here?
I'm just saying. Okay.
All
That's
right.
funny.
Now that that's out of the way.
The best part about it, Monty, you didn't have to do anything to get better. Just exist. He was like, I ain't like her. Now I like her. He didn't say, I didn't like her at first, but now that I hear it, she does this, she does that. He just said, I ain't like Monty. I like Monty.
Oh, gosh. All right, guys. NBA opening night was last night. We had a doubleheader, one entertaining game and
I
one
was
not
going
so
to say not
entertaining game.
two. Right, one.
The early game was great.
Yeah.
Houston and OKC in
I
double
told
overtime.
you Houston's a disaster. Oh, I'm
You did.
sorry.
You said, Houston, we got a problem.
And the nightcap, Luka and the shorthanded Lakers got smacked by Steph and the Warriors, despite Luka dropping 43, 12, and 9. Wasn't enough. Interestingly enough, though, coming out of that game, one of the storylines that we're seeing develop here, trickle out over the last 8 hours or so, is what was going on with LeBron James. Obviously, he didn't play. He's not going to play until mid-November at the earliest. And several people, mostly on social media, pointed out, LeBron seems off. It doesn't seem like himself out there on the side. Jovan Buha, longtime Lakers insider.
Friend of the show.
Sometimes.
Was on a podcast today, a Lakers
Associate
podcast.
of the show.
He was in the building, and they asked him about it. And first he's like, I don't want to get into it. It's kind of a weird topic. But then he said this, quote, "The vibes with that situation," talking about LeBron, "have not been the best, I'll say." So again, I don't really want to go too much down that road, but
He did.
I thought there were times just looking in the huddle or looking at the bench that he wasn't as engaged as he typically is when he's out. You don't want to project on the people what you think they're feeling or acting like, but just in the observations I made of his body language was not great. And I do think it was a bit different than what has been in the past in the same situation where he's sitting out.
LeBron, the last part of what he said, one of the parts towards the end I agree with, in that, look, the camera wasn't on him quite as much as they are, and you don't want to read too far into it. But LeBron is very, very intentional, very calculated, very aware, knows this is a national game, knows this the NBA is back, it's a big deal, it's on NBC, everybody's watching it, you know what I mean? Like, LeBron is fully aware of what's going on. This is Luka's now first year as a full season with the team. Everybody's watching. Luka's in the best shape of his life. You got DeAndre Ayton, you got Marcus Smart, some new players. People are watching. It's versus Steph and the Warriors. And for LeBron to look a bit disengaged, to look distracted at times, to not be in there, that is intentional from LeBron to me. Now, I don't know what he's trying to imply. I don't know what he's trying to say, but LeBron was saying something with his attitude, because if you can say a lot of things about LeBron, but one thing you can't say is historically, LeBron's up, dapping up teammates, got personal handshakes with every last one of them, talking in their ear, cracking jokes, having fun with them. That's one of the great things about LeBron, is he's very ingratiating to teammates, whether you're a street clothes on the bench or whether you're another star with me. And for him to not do that screams louder than most people, because he is usually that with his teammates. So, Rob, I feel like there's something there. Is it the idea that it, didn't work out the deal with the contract? Is it the idea that, maybe they were kind of moving forward? It feels like the franchise is starting to move forward without him, saying you're here now, but we have to start thinking of life without LeBron. I don't know, but something did seem a little off for a big game, first game of the season. LeBron totally knows those moments, totally owns those moments, totally, even though if he wasn't playing, I'm going to be a part of it. I'm dapping up. I'm doing this. And he wasn't that. And for LeBron to do something, it's intentional. We've seen him doing podcasts more than ever lately. We've seen him golfing more than ever lately. We've seen him do a lot of other.
He's retired. That's what he's doing. Are you kidding?
And maybe he's acting like it. So, and last point, too, with the sciatica, to strain, like to be out weeks, that's kind of strange, too. In that it normally, day by day, or they'll take it a week at a time. But to just know, he's going to be out for weeks is a bit strange. So I don't know what's going on there.
Can't that be corrected if you wash your hair? Oh, that's seborrhea.
That's seborrhea.
I'm sorry.
You're so stupid. What, we need some head and shoulders or something up in here? So, yeah, that was someone else. If it was Russell Westbrook or something, he'd be like, all right, whatever. Even Steph kind of, all right, just in his own. LeBron is intentionally stand up during timeouts, dapping up everybody. Stand, got a certain personal handshake. For me, that felt like, something seemed a little off.
There's nothing off. This is LeBron, who understands that his time has come and gone in Los Angeles, that he's not a main focal point, that they didn't even offer him, hey, an extension, and then let you turn it down or what. No, that was no contract offered on the table. This is it. You're playing it out. You're picking up your option, and that's it. We're done after that. Players are coming in. Ayton came in. LeBron's haven't even talked to him. You know why? Because they didn't call him and say, LeBron, what do you think about? No, that was a Luka pick, right? That was a Luka. Luka wanted him or whatever. So LeBron's not dumb. He understands what's happening. And slowly but surely, the Lakers are moving forward without him. This is what happens when you stick around too long and you think you're going to have the same clout. You never have the same clout the whole time. Nobody, unless you play a shorter period of time, gets to run the routes, the whole time, especially if you overstay. Most guys LeBron came through the league with, they're long gone. They're all long gone. LeBron's still playing 5, 7 years after other people. You know what I mean? That's a long time after the fact. So he knows what's going on. That's why he's disengaged. It's not by happenstance.
No, that's why I said everything he does is intentional. But I will say this is to me, if this ends up being the last year and if there's going to be this up and down roller coaster or stuff like this isn't how you want it to end. Like LeBron has been a lot of things. He could be that and you could love him, hate him, whatever. But he hasn't had a lot of blemishes in that type of attitudes. You might not. He should have took the last shot. He should have passed the ball. I don't like that he changed teams and but the idea of how he's conducted, you wouldn't want it to go out like that, especially with the career he's had. What he means to basketball, where he is in the pantheons of basketball.
Yeah, but
you wouldn't want it to go out like that.
But he's had his way for a long time.
I don't disagree with that.
And now when you all of a sudden pull back and be like, it's not going to be your way. We're moving forward. We have our star of the future. We gave him the big contract. He's bringing in people who he thinks complement his game. When that happens, people pout. He's used to getting his way, and he doesn't want it to be that way. He's still thinking, as long as I'm on a team, no matter who you bring in, you should still come to me, and I should be signing off on stuff. And I think that's a rude awakening.
You took I was just getting ready to say, it's a rude awakening when since probably 14-ish.
Since his whole life.
You 13 probably, you've been this is your world. And
for
as
the first
he's grown,
time,
he's become this sun, right? That everything else orbits around him. And this is the first time somebody was like, nah, bro, you might have to just be Mercury, Mars, or, you're a part of this. But this new orbit, this new sun, this thing that everybody's orbiting is Luka. And I think that could be a very foreign place to be for him.
Hey, LeBron, are you picking up your player option, yes or no? What? You ain't got no other table?
Right. No, you have a 2 year, 1 year, 1 year deal.
1 and 1, you got another $75 million on there for me to pick up if I want.
But you have to. If you're at some point, the Lakers loved Kobe Bryant, and it got bad at the end. He was injured all the time.
They gave him $20 million at the end.
Right, and he was their own, and it got bad, and it burned him on the back end. And you got new ownership. They're trying to progress and get back to championships.
All right, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. What did you think about LeBron's pouting last night on the bench? We'll continue that conversation next with you. It is The Odd Couple on a Worship Wednesday. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, right here on Fox Sports Radio. And you know what you need to do. Stick and stay.
To get more hot takes from Paquito Parker in their US of A.
Paquito Parker. Cal Raleigh was talked to after the game. Obviously, the Mariners lose a heartbreaker. They were up 3-1, give up a 3-run home run in the bottom of the 7th to George Springer. They lose 4-3. And here was his answer when they asked him about the season.
You know, I hate to use the word failure, but it's a failure. And that's what we expected, just to get to a World Series, win a World Series, and that's, you know, what the bar is and the standard is, and, you know, it's what we want to hold ourselves accountable to. But, yeah, it hurts.
All right. There's a real-time answer and a real-time gut feeling and a real-time sadness to it, and I believe him. He feels it's a failure. He feels they were let down. We were right there. You mentioned it. You go in there, you steal 2 in Toronto. You're feeling good about it. The odds are in your favor. You're up in Game 7. You hit a home run. And to lose, it feels like a failure. But this is where I disagree with him. I think time will reveal. Right now, he's in the middle of it. Right? You ask him immediately, you put a mic in his face after a tough Game 7 loss, chance to go to World Series. Of course he's going to say it feels like a failure. But I disagree. And the reason why is the specific sport. Baseball is hard. Baseball is unique in that it's a team sport, but it's the most individualized team sport, right? And so many guys are considered greats who didn't even sniff a World Series opportunity. So many guys are great who maybe got to the World Series but didn't have it. We say sometimes, a lot of people believe Barry Bonds is the greatest player ever. He doesn't have it. Obviously went to World Series, but doesn't have one. Mike Trout for some years, man, where is he? One of the all-time greats. Doesn't have one as well and has not even made the postseason in eons. Baseball is just different like that, where you can be remarkable. Your team can have a really good run. They can have an incredible season, and it doesn't have to hinge on simply did you win a title. Basketball is like that because you have a Steph Curry, a LeBron in his prime, a Kobe in his prime, you fill in the blank. And usually with that, that's 20, maybe even 40%, depending on how you look on it, because the guy plays offense and he plays defense. He can be that spectacular, play 42 of the 48 minutes. And if you have Jordan, you have LeBron, you have Shaq, you expect to win a title in the next 10 years, depending on how long they're with your team. So it's a little bit different. If you're the Patrick Mahomes and them, you feel like we got Andy Reid, we got Patrick Mahomes, we got a few of the same pieces. We expect to win titles. It's a failure if we don't. Baseball is just tricky like that. Cubs sold out for eons. People, they didn't win for 100 years or whatever it was. The Red Sox didn't win for eons, and they still consider them. People love them. They go to the games, and obviously it sucks and you want to win, but it's not considered a failure. Baseball is just a completely different sport in that regard. So, again, in the real-time moment, I totally fully expect him to feel that way. But I think as time goes by, he'll feel differently because it's a unique sport in that you don't have to just win to still be considered great. You don't have to have World Series titles to be considered great. You can be great, a team can be really good, and not be penalized as you would be if you're a great quarterback in the NFL. If you don't go to the Super Bowl and you're a great quarterback, you can get penalized. If you're a star player in the NBA, you never win a title or get to the finals, you can be penalized and be deemed for that. It's different in baseball. So I don't think it's a failure. I think he's going to look back and feel differently at some point.
Yeah, I disagree. It was a failure. And in this standpoint, it's one thing if they had a really good team all year. They did all these things that they want to accomplish. And then they were up 2-0. It wasn't like you got swept and you were overmatched and then people say, well, they lucked into the playoffs and they really weren't that good. No, people really thought that they were that good.
I mean, I picked them to get to the World Series.
Okay, and that's what I'm saying. So you did, and then they win the first 2 games. The only way you don't win is you got to lose 4 of the next 5. 3 of those 5 games are in your own building. Do you see what I'm saying?
I do.
So when they look at it, it's hard. It was like I told you before with the Knicks and why Tibbs got fired. You beat the Celtics, the defending champs. Now Indiana's coming to your crib and you go, Everybody in New York, the Knicks are going to the finals. Oh, my God. They beat the Celtics, and now they just got to beat the Pacers. Pacers beat them last year in 7 games. You remember the Knicks had some injuries, whatever. The Pacers won. This year, you're up by 14 or whatever it was, 16 with 2:43 to go, and you choke down that game. Then you don't even fight back in game 2 at home. You lose that game. And I'm telling you, if you go ask people and say, well, last year the Knicks got to the conference finals for the first time in eons, and my God, is that a great season? No. Hey,
that's so funny to me when you do that.
I just had Indian food for the first time.
Honest to goodness, that's why I didn't I just kind of left you alone while you were eating.
Breaking news.
What?
No, listen.
Monty, give us the update.
No. If you
Rob
need it,
Parker
I got you.
for the very first time has had Indian food.
Yes.
And the reports are that
where are
Mr.
we?
Parker feels.
They're very good.
Look at you.
It's very good. I got
You got the
Saga.
sweet.
This is sweet. What is this called?
Sagar, what's the exact name? Sagar, get on the mic here.
It's like a cracker or something.
Yeah,
right?
we have a couple of Indian traditions and holidays happening over the last few days.
I'm here to tell you that I do not know the exact name.
What holiday?
Wait, what did you call it when you said something to me? You lied to me?
What is it?
It was a guess. I don't want to. I'm on the air now.
Oh, now he doesn't want to.
Wait a minute.
You're my second Indian friend who does that. Don't tease like I don't want to offend
One
there.
last thing. What are the holidays that are going on right now? Seriously.
Oh, so yesterday was Diwali
Yep.
and today is New Year.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Well, we
thank
have
you.
some traditional treats
I'm
that
going to see if I
Sagar
can
brought
find
in.
what this is.
Yeah, thank you, because Sagar's fired.
Yeah.
And
All right,
they're
Saga,
delicious.
Thank you, buddy.
All right, I'm off.
I had a
Yes.
sweet and spicy one, which was really good. Which
I had
and you had
sweet.
the sweet one. I had the sweet one as well. So really delicious. Thank you, Saga, for that. A couple
All
here
right.
with you on a Worship Wednesday. For over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they're. Drive, ship fast and free. Backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com. The way tire buying should be. Taking phone calls. LeBron, something seemed off.
Is it fair to say, we should say, Sagar
Okay.
is the Indian Elijah? Is that fair? No?
Rob, caution. Racist, racist, racist.
Now I feel like you're not watching the Super Bowl.
You just don't get it, do you? You don't.
You got it? All right. Yeah. Hey, LeBron seemed a little off. Seemed like he was trying to send a message.
All right, I'm getting
What
to
do
the
you think?
calls.
Yeah.
877. I can't say anything right.
No, you can't. No, just when you're
I'm Team K-Dub.
when that's you know that's saying a lot.
I'm done.
All right. What?
That's saying a lot.
I'm done.
That's
I'm working
That's
on
saying
it
a
now.
lot for Alex.
All right, here we go. Brian in Reno, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Brian? Brian, what's up?
Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, what's up?
How
What's
are
up,
you?
B?
Oh, man, I love you guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you guys. I got to get on LeBron. I'm so sick of this dude. Passive aggressive, whiny, pouty. The chosen one ain't so chosen. You know, he's overstayed his welcome at least by 5 years. He should have walked away after the asterisk bubble championship and went and played golf and left us alone.
Well, there it is. Sometimes you stay too long. Appreciate the call, Brian. It can go sideways for you if you're around.
I don't mind the time. I just think me and Rob G have talked about this. I just think we'll take some call. I'll tell you in a minute. Go ahead.
Johnny in Minnesota, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Johnny?
Hey, Rob and Kelvin, how y'all doing today?
Doing good, man. Thank you.
Yes.
Hey, Rob, you told me to call you back when the Lakers beat us in Game 5 last year, or was that the year before? Anyways.
Yes.
I guess that's why I ain't called back.
I believe you guys just brought up my three favorite players, Kobe, Michael, Kobe, and LeBron. Those got to be the best three players in the last 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
And when LeBron goes, it's going to be like sad like Kobe, man. That's all I got to say.
Listen, I do think once he's gone, I think we'll get further away from him and realize how tremendous he was and the chokehold he had on the league. No, you will. The chokehold that he had on the league. But
there'll be a lot of people be like, good riddance.
I don't disagree with that, but I'm
just
saying once you start to see the documentaries and the da-da-da. And by the way, I'm not even going to do that.
Yeah, what?
Just because we like to have revisionist history. Like, go ahead, get some calls. Go ahead, just get some calls.
Andre in Massachusetts, save us. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Dre?
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for taking the call. Listen, the fact of the matter is LeBron is Robin right now. The Batman days are over, and he's in his feelings, and he can't accept it. And by the fact of the matter, it's a shame because Luka Doncic, arguably the best player he's ever played with in his career, and he has an opportunity, i.e. Tim Duncan, going back to 99, 2003, to be in the conversation to win a championship with this team. They're not going to be the favorites right now, OKC and Houston. But if LeBron was bought in, doing what he needs to do, he's not a young man anymore. Luka Doncic is 27. He's coming up into his Larry Legend years, okay? So it has to be through Luka. But because LeBron is not the Batman, he's not the pseudo GM, that's just too much for him to accept. And it's a crying shame because this is an opportunity for him to go out with some dignity and still being in the conversation to compete. So, LeBron James, you created the player empowerment era, right? Yes, Kelvin, you're 100%. He does master the narrative, and everything is intentional, and he wants to control the news cycle. And that's exactly what he's doing, pouting, putting out these vibes to create this secondary story, which might take us all the way through the season.
Let me say this, Andre, because your point is well taken. Let me say this to you, too. It's kind of like the Jerry Jones thing. Like, he doesn't want to win a Super Bowl unless he's the GM and it's his way. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, instead of being like, I already won 3 Super Bowls. I had a dynasty. I hired the right people. I'm going to get credit. I'm going to be holding a trophy at the end of the day. He doesn't want to hold a trophy unless he's the general manager.
We don't win it my way, we ain't winning.
We ain't winning.
Yeah. And you brought up a great point, Drake. Thanks for the call. That Tim Duncan is a perfect example of nobody was screaming for Tim to leave, and he had played, 17, 18 years. But because he kind of was out the way, he played ball, he played his position, he played a role. He had understood that it's not Kawhi's team, it's Tony Parker's, so on and so forth. And that there's a way to age with grace is my point. You can do that.
Real quick, Orlando and El Paso, you're on the Odd Couple. Fox Sports Radio on this Worship Wednesday. What's up, my man?
Hey, Rob. Hey, listen, let me start off like this, Rob. Someone called me an LA hater. There was thousands of people around, and guess what I did, Rob?
You turned
around. Yeah.
I admitted to that. I was in front of crypto.
Yeah.
And somebody said, hey, you LA hater, and I did turn around. I thought he was talking to me.
Well, they were, though.
Hey, Rob, we embrace it, so it's all good.
It's all good,
Listen, LeBron's just the same old. Passive aggressive. It's about me. If he wins, it's all good. It's because LeBron carried corpses. When he loses, LeBron's never had
it's everybody else, yes.
Yeah. It's always the same old with LeBron. But I love it because once Mr. JJ Pat Riley over here, Mr. Plumber of his own era.
That's right.
When that he goes down and he gets canned, I wonder who they're going to blame next.
Plumber of his
That's all
own
I gotta
era
say
is
about
crazy.
that.
Orlando Plumber of his own era is crazy.
I know, very nice. Orlando, thank you for the call. Appreciate it.
No doubt. All right, we got a hiring, the first of its kind in MLB. We'll talk about that in a moment. Right now, Monty Bolaños is going to get you straight on what's trending. Hey, Monty.
Okay, I think we're eating this deliciousness that has been. I think it's papadum. Does that sound right?
Papadum.
Papadum. Something like that.
They have
something
these
like
restaurants
that.
in Texas.
Soccer's giving me the 6'7". I'm kind of doing it.
In Houston, don't they?
Papadum.
Oh, that's papadum.
That is not, no.
I'm sorry.
Papadum, I think is what it is.
Papadum is good though.
It is.
All right, so
Hey,
we got.
it's very good. Did you have the sweet or spicy?
I'm having the one that's both.
Sweet and spicy. That's what I have as my favorite.
And
That's spicy at you at the end.
Oh, at the end, no, I went through a lot of flavors. I was like, oh, we're changing it up here.
Yeah.
No, I liked it.
I had the sweet and I had the sweet and spicy, and I don't know. I'm torn right now.
You know
I'm
what?
so proud of you because now this is how I know this is a hard for you because that should be 3 bites, and we did a whole segment. And you're still hanging on.
I'm talking.
But I'm proud of you.
I'm talking. I'm gonna finish it.
He's gonna finish it.
I'm proud of you.
And Monty, I did lick one. I wasn't sure which one to eat.
Oh. So I hope I did. Yeah. Thank
That's-
God I got mine before you.
Oh,
Thank God.
Pending.
I'm proud of you, man. Look at you branching out, becoming cultured in these streets. Look
Right?
at you.
Look at you.
I'm about to finish this too in your
More than a hot
Still
dog. I don't even know who
growing.
you are now. I'm so proud of you.
Still growing here. Guys, a full slate of NBA games tonight. OG Anunoby, Jalen Brunson, and Mikal Bridges all have 12 points. The Knicks and the Cavaliers just got going in the third quarter. New York is up 65-53 at the half. Hornets over the Nets 77-60. They just got going in the third quarter over in Orlando, where the Heat are losing to the Magic 70-67. Franz Wagner has 20 points already for Orlando. Raptors over the Hawks 49-39 halfway through the second quarter. Late in the second quarter, the 76ers are on top of the Celtics 53-47. Tyrese Maxey leading the way for Philadelphia. He's got 20 points. He's also the leading scorer right now. Also late in the first quarter, the Bulls and the Pistons. Chicago is up 22-12, and the Pelicans over the Grizzlies 24-11. On the ice, Devils have added another goal, so they're on top of the Wild 2-0 late in the second period. When it comes to the NFL, the Chargers are listing left tackle Joe Alt as questionable for Thursday Night Football against the Vikings, even though Alt said earlier this week that he would return from his high ankle sprain. The Buccaneers have ruled out running back Bucky Irving and wide receiver Chris Godwin for their Week 8 game in New Orleans. Also, Commanders say no Jaden Daniels for their Week 8 matchup on Monday night against the Chiefs because of a hamstring strain. Back to you guys.
Thank you.
I'm glad you didn't lose that one, Alex.
No, that's the one. He found that.
Wait a minute, Alex. Let me hear that again. It was a.
Yep,
Man.
I wasn't sure what to respond either there.
That's why. Did you hear me get some background?
You know, I was like, what do I
I had a glizzy in my mouth.
Well.
Do I say what I would say
No.
off air?
No,
No.
Monty, be careful. You want to save your job.
No, of course. I'm trying to save your job.
Okay.
That's
I'm trying to save
unfortunately
your
all of our
here,
jobs is to
actually.
save your job.
What, Rob G, what did I tell you, right? When Rob G signed on to this show, what did I say to you?
It's about to be a roller
My
coaster.
only job is to make sure that Rob gets to retirement.
That's all I said. Like, that's your job, is to make sure I can get to retire.
And
Do
Rob
not
G is
allow
fighting
me-
for his life.
Yes, every
You
day.
made it so hard for him. He go home sweating and crying and just Rob G pulls up to the house and he just sits in the driveway for 45 minutes and just decompresses like
and contemplates life.
All right.
believe it, what I'm
Hey,
doing.
well, thank you. And
Yeah.
Rob G, we do have a new baseball manager in the major leagues.
Yeah.
We do. Is that like a hint for me to set it up?
Yes,
Rob G was enjoying his pop up.
You were right there, Rob.
What? I was trying to do it without
I thought you said
saying
my only job is to make sure that you don't get fired. Now you want me to set the
and
table.
to set the table.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Yes.
Let Rob G have his pop-a-dum.
Yeah, I want to have my pop-a-dum, right?
Yeah.
I want that.
Say it with
Okay.
confidence.
Pop-a-dum.
There you go.
I like it. Yes. The San Francisco Giants have a new manager. It is a groundbreaking hire that apparently one person at least is not happy about. The Giants have hired Tennessee baseball coach Tony Vitello as their next manager.
Okay.
He has never coached in the majors. He has never coached in the minors. And as a result, he is the first manager in MLB history to have never managed at any level in the pros.
Buster Posey, the former catcher who's an icon with the San Francisco Giants, and I understand they won the 3 World Series when he was there. He's beloved. And for a little bit last year, remember the Giants got off to a good start, and everybody's like, oh, Buster, he made the trade to bolster their team, all that. But this move by Buster Posey and the San Francisco Giants is total Bush League with a capital B. Ain't no way you're trying to reestablish the market, change the criteria to get somebody to be a major league manager. This is a pipe dream. This is like throwing a stone in the ocean, hoping that it hits a whale out there somehow and it's going to work out. What are you thinking? People, in order to become a major league manager, put in time and effort. Guys have sat on the bench for 20 years for an opportunity to be a major league manager. Seriously. There are all kinds of people who are looking for opportunities, who have worked in the minor leagues, who have put in the work and all that. It ain't fair. I don't care what he did in college. I don't care that two of the players on the roster now played for him in college or whatever. I don't care. This is bad for baseball. It has nothing to do with what he's done at, where was he, Tennessee?
Was it Tennessee?
Tennessee, right, yeah. Rob G? Tennessee. It's nothing. It's just like an opportunity that is way over his skis, that only looks like this is going to wind up being a disaster. Winning respect in the clubhouse from players and all that, this is a tall order. We saw this years ago. Didn't Notre Dame hire a high school coach once? Notre Dame hired a high school coach from Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't work out. All I'm saying, Kelvin, is that this is breaking all the codes in Major League Baseball, that this is the first guy ever to get a job without at least being a coach somewhere and paying some other dues in the minor league.
Well, I disagree. And here's why. Someone always has to be the first. Someone always has to break the mold. Something always has to be new. And also, we see this happen in the NBA, NFL all the time. You can be Bobby Knight. We want Bobby Knight. They were trying to get him for years, trying to get Tom Izzo, as you know, being in Michigan, trying to get Coach K to come to the NBA.
That didn't happen.
You're trying to get Coach K for years.
Never won a championship.
And then you get the Rick Pittinos, you get the Billy Donovans, you get guys who come from college into the pros. You get the Larry Browns. So my point is, we see this happen in NFL all the time. You get guys come from
NFL where you would never coach anywhere. This guy.
He is a coach. He's a coach with college.
No.
So I understand you're saying he isn't in the pros, but my point is we get people who are pulled from the college ranks to be a coach in the pros, and then they whether they fail or to succeed, there's the opportunity, but it happens all the time. Why can't it happen in MLB when it happens in other major sports?
Do you know what division you're in? Do the San Francisco Giants know what division they're in and what they're up
fully
against?
Aware of what
division they're up against.
But
no. I'm just saying.
This leads me to my second point, though.
Okay, so are you throwing the towel in? Is that what I'm asking?
I'm glad you brought that up. And what this move shows me is we talk about it all the time here, and I bring it up. The gone are the days of having that manager who is the guy. He has the absolute pulse of the team. He is he might not be the face as far as a star of the team, but he has the entire ethos of this team. We know now this is run very corporately now. You have all the analytics guys with the GM that's connected with all the analytics, and they're pioneering and they're making the things for the manager. Here's what we're going to do. Here's our system of how we want to run this thing. Can you be okay with doing that? This isn't the days of you're the manager, hands off, we're over here. Those days are gone, and this shows me, to me, he must have the same type of mindset, same type of approach to things, and they're like, here's our guy who will run our system. Not saying, hey, Rob Parker, we think you're a great skipper, you've done your thing, here are the keys, do what you want. Those days are gone.
Can I give you the history of the San Francisco Giants, who has some of the greatest players who ever played there?
Without a doubt.
Okay, they have a storied history. Willie Mays played there, Willie McCovey, Barry Bonds. This team won 3 championships in a 6-year span. The greatest manager in Major League Baseball history, Bruce Bochy, who went to 5 World Series, won 4, went to 5 in his career, was a manager there. And you're telling the people of San Francisco, seriously, that your next skipper has no experience in the major leagues at all. This ain't Charlotte or some off-shop franchise, and I say Charlotte NBA, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like some franchise
Tampa.
like that where they're willing to give it a shot because they've never won anything. They've never had the greatest players who ever played the game. In those places, I get it. I do. Can you imagine if the Yankees said, okay, we're going to get rid of Aaron Boone and hire a guy who's the baseball coach at Fordham? Are you kidding me? I'm serious. It would not be taken. People would be like, what? To manage the New York Yankees?
Here's my counter to that.
To manage the San Francisco Giants?
Here's my counter to that. That could not. I get what you're saying with the Yankees, but I do think Silicon Valley. We see it with the Warriors. We see it with the Giants now. It's a different era, different area, different mindset. Very innovative. Guys are always ahead of the curve. I completely agree with the Yankees because it's the ethos. We don't do this. We don't do mustache. They finally changed it, but we, a lot of had this. It's like a certain way of culture. In the Bay Area, it's different. For being innovative,
people in LA would not accept it.
That's why I said the Bay Area. I said specifically the Bay Area. And I think they're willing to go with this. And again, you brought up a guy who was part of those 3 championships with Buster Posey. This isn't if he feels this is the guy, I'm not saying it's going to work out. We all don't know that, but I'm saying he clearly feels this guy fits the future of what we're doing, fits our system. And I think you might start seeing more of that. Because like I said,
I don't.
Right now on our screen here, one of our 26 TVs is the Big Ten Network. And we see what Urban Meyer, college to the pros. We see it all the time in NBA. We see it all the time in NFL. Why can't MLB do it?
Because it's never.
I'm really asking you. This is a real question.
Because the difference is just what you said. Is there is no league between the two. There is no league for you to go to if you were a college basketball coach. There's no in-between league to get you to the next one, so that's the natural progression. The difference between a high school baseball player going to the major leagues, right, is there's a minor league system. Mm-hmm. And the same thing with the NFL. There's college football and there's NFL football, not the UFL or whatever those other bogus leagues are. There's no intermediate league, and that's the difference. Why, yes, you do go from college basketball to the NBA. There is no other middle league to learn from, so that's the natural progression. There is a minor league, and it's a long-standing minor league where people have put in a lot of energy, time, and stuff. And I'm just saying, for a franchise like the San Francisco Giants, most fans, I would be surprised.
I was going to say, I'd be interested to hear the fans.
Yeah.
I don't know
if they're not
pulse of the
saying
city.
That this is Bush League for that franchise. You know what I mean? This is not, and also ran some franchise. Do you know what kind of attendance they get and what kind of crowd?
Oh, come on. Yeah.
They
without a doubt.
love the Giants.
Without a doubt.
I go every year to a game there. I've never been to that place where every seat isn't filled.
And that's why I'm wondering. And Buster Posey knows that better than me and you. So I feel like he has to have a pulse where maybe he understands they're okay with this, or the opposite. I don't care if they're not. This is something they're going to learn to love once we, in his mind, obviously, because he made the decision, we become successful. I just really wanted to ask you that because you've been covering we see this all the time in the NBA. We see this all the time in the NFL. They're clamoring. The NBA for 20 years was clamoring to get Coach K. Literally pleading, throwing him a bag. Kobe Bryant, please come, Coach Laker. There's no doubt that people want these college ranks. The Lakers wanted Dan Hurley. This happens in the NFL, NBA. And I'm like, why? I'm just like, why doesn't it happen in MLBs? And I get what you mean with that minor league. The only thing I would say their version of that is top-notch schools in the NBA and NFL, that would be your minor league. If you coach at Florida, coach at Alabama, coach at UNC, basketball and Duke basketball. All right, one's got to go on the way. We'll hit you up with that in just a moment. Stick around for it. It's the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin on a Worship Wednesday, Fox Sports Radio.
G buried the lead. If you were my reporter and you turned in a story about the Denver Broncos and not the New York Football Giants, I would send that story back because that story was not about the Denver Broncos at all. Zero, zip, nada. It was about the New York freaking football Giants who choked down a colossal game. 18 points with 5 minutes to go had never happened. I'm going to mirror this to one other situation. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
It's when the Knicks lost to the Pacers with 2:43 to go, and they choked down that lead. Guess what happened? It cost, call me Mr. Tibbs, his job. Tom Thibodeau was fired after that, and I told you, if you can't get fired off of that, you can never get fired. Brian Daboll, pack your bags. Your life as head coach of the New York freaking football Giants is over. Are you kidding me? This is not the first time this year. He mishandled the game against Dallas, and it cost him a game. That's 2 freaking games this year by him alone. Are you serious? Denver, my ass. I don't care what Bo Nix did. I don't care. Because if the Giants did what they were supposed to do, how do you rush 3 men and let the quarterback have all day? Of course he threw for touchdowns. There was no pressure. How do you turn a great quarterback into a mediocre one? You apply the pressure. You're rushing 3? Come on, Kelvin. You know football. That's why the players walked off. You neutralized them. Oh, but there are 8 guys out there in the DB, so that no.
You don't get nobody that much time.
Thank you. I don't care who you are. And guess what? People run themselves open. They know where they're going. It's hard on the defense. You know why? Because they don't know where you're going. Are you kidding me? Brian Daboll, pack your bags.
Well, Brian Daboll definitely is texting, you know my theory. He is at home right now updating the LinkedIn page. He is up now talking to his agent like, yeah, what you think? Anything else out there? Because this is an epic collapse. We know that. Rob G just mentioned 1,600 times. You can't be the first of something to happen 1,600 times. Now, we know the first is going to happen in anything in life. That's why it's the first. However, you don't want to be the first that it happened to. And this is the other thing, too. This is the second or third time that we've seen Brian Daboll have meltdowns on the field. Remember the whole blue tent issue and yelling at a health person like, man, what did I do?
Yelling at a doctor.
Yelling at a doctor who's just trying to check up on your, could be a star quarterback. And he's doing his job. And so you can feel the pressure on Daboll. You can see the pressure mounting on him. He's overthinking, he's overcorrecting, and he's not inspiring his team in the sense that there's no way you're supposed to lose this game where you allow them. If they score 20, I get it. That happens. People score, have a hot fourth quarter. 33 points can't happen in the fourth quarter, and especially when somebody on this show said the Giants have the best defense and they're going to be the best team in the NFC East. His name is Rob G. Talked about their defense.
No, that's why Rob G wants to talk about Denver.
No, I am going to get to Denver on the other side of this, but that's just that's a horrible loss for a team that had a chance to be building on something, right? That had some chance to be building
That's
momentum.
a huge win. That would be a huge win.
Again, nobody has expectations, except Rob G, that they're going to be anything. But you get a big win like that against a team people have, huge playoff aspirations for. You feel good. Your young quarterback, your young running back doing some things. You got some mojo going out there. So that's a big letdown from your coach. It's a big letdown for the team. And he's been having these meltdowns the last 2 or 3 weeks that is starting to make, I'm imagining, folks in New York look at him and question him as a head coach. The only other thing I will say, what the heck is up with the Broncos where they're supposed to be Sean Payton, a Hall of Fame coach, Sean Payton is an offensive guru, and they can't freaking score? If you take that fourth quarter away in the fourth quarter against the Eagles 3 weeks ago, but 2 weeks prior to that, they have 16 points in 3 games. So I am concerned what the heck is going on with the Broncos that they're supposed to be, again, an offensive juggernaut with Sean Payton. And prior to the fourth quarter, they had 16 points if you take away that fourth quarter and the fourth quarter of the Eagles. So something's up with the Broncos, but they found their swag, and it reminded me of Couple, Rob, Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Worship Wednesday. If you missed any of today's show, you can catch the podcast. Just search The Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast right after the show. Today's podcast is going to be posted. Rob G working on it as we speak. Be sure to follow the pod, rate it 5 stars, and then you can even review it as well. We appreciate it. So go search The Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast. You're going to find today's show and a best of version posted right after we get off the air. All right, it's now time for One's Gotta Go.
It was a big week in the number.
Figure it out. Hear me out. One gotta go.
One has got to go. This is in honor of, we're running out of time, so I'll get to it quickly. If you've not heard, there was a heist at the Louvre, the museum in Paris, in France, and
pass me some Louvre.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. You know, Rob G, he ain't gonna make it, Rob G. Just don't even worry about it no more.
I said Louvre.
Yeah, we know. So they went in there, they stole a bunch of stuff, and they're trying to figure out who did it. It would look like a heist movie, like Ocean's 26 or something like that, the way they would do it if you had a chance to see all the stuff they put on a video. So it got me thinking the Louvre is the most traveled museum in the world. So the conversation is these types of attractions around the world, Monty, Rob G, Alex, Rob, one has to go of these national, these worldly, global treasures. The Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, the Great Wall of China, the Statue of Liberty, and the Colosseum. One of these great monuments of the world that everybody knows, they travel, they take pictures in front of.
The Colosseum here in Southern California?
No, not that one.
Okay.
The original. The one where Gladiator took place.
In Rome?
In Rome. I've been there.
I've been there as well.
It's huge, and it's bigger than you thought. I was like, dang.
Right. And then just thinking, man, people were just killing themselves as a form of sport here.
But it's unbelievable that it still stands.
It's still standing. It's remarkable. If you've
Yeah.
never been there, you got to check it out. It's bigger than you think it is.
Yeah.
To think, cranes, stuff to get it done.
How did
All
they
right.
do it?
I know, it's
The
remarkable.
Martians are unbelievable.
Yeah,
They really
Martians,
Right, Alex?
pyramids, all that. So, all right, which one has to go? One you can say, I can do it out as far as traveling, visiting, and, its significance. The Colosseum, the Louvre, obviously. This is the origin of the point of it. Statue of Liberty, the Great Wall of China, the Eiffel Tower. Which
This is
one's
so
gotta go?
easy.
Which one?
I think this is
Which one?
the Louvre. I mean, you're talking about a museum. The other ones are like these, landmark places. You know what I mean? Like the Great Wall of China. What are you doing with that? The Eiffel Tower?
That?
The Statue of Liberty, Rob G? No, you disagree?
This one's easy for me, but it's not the Louvre. It's the Great Wall of China.
Why?
Because me and my people, we don't do well with walls. Just saying.
Where's the button, Alex?
Rob G, caution.
Follow that?
Where's the button? Where's the button for Rob G? If I said that, they'll be up in arms.
Racist.
Yes.
Racist.
I can say it, Rob. That's
He
the difference.
can't.
Yeah, you can't
He
say
said
it,
his
though.
people.
Yeah, his people.
His
Yeah, you
people.
can. Whenever
Not
you put
his
my people in
like,
there.
oh, you people
All
don't
right,
do
what you
well
got,
with
Alex
words.
Monty?
It has to be the Louvre
The Louvre?
for me.
Why?
I
You been?
didn't ever. No, I just forgot it existed. All the other ones
right.
are, I've either been or I want to go.
Yeah.
And you got to pay to go to the Louvre.
You do have to pay to go
The
to the Louvre.
Louvre, it's like, yeah.
Well, I think you got to pay to go. You got to pay to go to Statue of Liberty.
No, I could see it from afar.
No, I said pay to go to. I didn't say you
not.
couldn't see it. Alex?
You want me to get deep or just simple?
Well, we don't have time for
Simple.
simple. We all said
Statue of
simple.
Liberty.
Simple, please.
We
Statue
please.
of
know,
Liberty.
Alex,
It's not what you think it is.
we know how deep you are.
Oh, pretty deep.
Okay.
Put it to sleep.
Statue of Liberty.
What?
No, I'm saying that's your answer.
Yeah, for sure.
Statue of Liberty.
It was not a gift.
No, did we
It
steal
wasn't.
it?
It's bad.
Oh.
I didn't know it was stolen.
Not good.
Well, we have.
So was
we,
it hide? Was it like?
we did steal a lot in this country.
We
yeah, it's
did.
not good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Louvre.
I didn't know if
people
we
as
stole
well.
that.
We stole a lot.
Yeah, I think for me it's the Louvre as
The
well. And I've
Louvre.
been there,
The Louvre.
and it's great.
The Louvre.
But the other ones are just amazing marvels to be made. But I do want to hear more about this Statue of Liberty. Off
Louvre.
Louvre.
We are Fox Sports.
Wake up, it's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready?
Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it.
Fox Sports Radio. Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game. Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
You finally said something right. Congratulations.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
You could take that trash somewhere else. Wham! We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate your show. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank you.
Love you. You're very talented. You're the best.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Jim. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it.
You gotta be kidding.
He never was an elite quarterback.
This team is unstoppable. He made the right call.
You know that's right.
LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong.
Wrong.
For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape with the biggest talent and the best programming available.
We talk sports and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over, and then the discussion begins.
If the Chiefs win.
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
It is live. It is unscripted. No other medium can touch that.
And that's what makes it special.
Yes.
Who wants some?
Bigger, bolder, better. We are Fox Sports Radio. Yeah.
NBA continues, and the Cavaliers with a comeback against the Knicks at Madison Square Garden. They were down double digits, but have outscored New York in the third quarter, 36-20. In fact, Cleveland has just taken the lead. They are up 86-85 with 90 seconds to go in the third quarter. The Hornets are on top of the Nets, 100-84 late in the third. After three quarters, the Heat are edging the Magic in Orlando, 91-90. Franz Wagner has 22 points to lead Orlando. At the half, the Raptors are on on top of the Hawks 65-59. Still early in the third quarter between the 76ers and the Celtics, where Philadelphia is up 61-59. And the Pelicans are on top of the Grizzlies 48-41 halfway through the second quarter. On the ice, the Devils are on top of the Wild 2-0. They're about to start the third period. And the Red Wings and the Sabres are tied at 1 apiece late in the second period. I'm Monty Bolaños.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
What is this, Mega 97?
Now listen, it's a Worship Wednesday.
Look at this.
But this was a banger.
Unbelievable.
Y'all are all heathens, but this was a banger. Rob, this was one of those. You come here often? Okay.
All I want you to know that if Chris Broussard was still doing a show, there'd be a problem.
He'll be a problem, yeah. I'm saying this. Nothing in life. If he was acting with that, he needs an Emmy. He needs an Emmy if that was
looked
acting.
pretty good, right? Yes, it is the Odd Couple on a Worship Wednesday. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, hour number 3. And don't forget, with the iHeartRadio app, you can stream us wherever you happen to be. Catch us and all the Fox Sports Radio shows live 24/7, all day, all night. The new and improved iHeartRadio app. We have so many great shows on this network. I mean, that's why you should get the app. You can listen to all the shows, not just the Odd Couple. So just search.
We're all looking at you like, where is this
Fox
going?
Sports Radio in the app.
Where is this going?
To stream us. That's right.
Rob, caution.
I didn't say anything.
No, we were just saying we all have PTSD. We were a little nervous. We didn't know where this was going.
And be sure to select Fox Sports Radio as one of your presets in the new iHeartRadio app. That's right. So it'll pop up always at the top of your screen. Don't forget.
Oh, go ahead.
Coming up, Olin Polynice, of course, former NBA veteran, Fox Sports Radio NBA analyst. He'll join us in about 27 minutes. And don't forget, last call, in case you couldn't get in on some of these juicy topics earlier in the program, you'll have a chance to join us. So a lot to get to.
Yeah, I was going to say, your pick right now, heading into the fourth quarter, Cleveland down 1 to the Knicks.
Wow.
86-87.
Wow.
This game has
Wow.
been weird. It's been up, down 15, down 18, down. And then
This one is good because I told you I took Charlotte minus
6, 5.5, 6. Was it?
5.5, right? They're blowing out Brooklyn.
Yeah, looking all right now. That's why I told you, hang on to your Cleveland one. You're still in this thing.
Yeah, hopefully they'll hold up, but they got so many injuries. We'll see. One take that is still holding up.
That won't go away.
It's still holding up.
The take that's driving me, Rob G, crazy because everybody's texting us. Who else is getting it? Elijah as well. Elijah's getting it as well. Who? Elijah. People are texting, calling, DMing me. People, I told you yesterday. People, I don't even know how they got my number.
That their relatives or their parents
giving out numbers to their parents who's been a fan. Oh, I've been following you for years, listening, but then listening and now hearing your shenanigans and craziness with Ohtani, your Ohtani take. And now you got websites publishing it and everything.
Rob G, you getting the hate too?
It's gotten to a point now where it's not even. It's gone past to, come get your mans. Can't believe Rob's saying that. Now,
hear your boy.
Now I can't believe yo would say that on the show. Like I'm the one who said it. Like I didn't say that. That's Rob.
People had me. They were thinking about calling Link the HR on me. What? They were like, "This is a fireable offense that you all would say that." I said, "Hold up, I ain't say that." You know what I mean,
Monty, you too?
Oh yes. At my other employment of the Dodgers. Somebody came up to me and was like, "Don't you work with Rob Parker?" And I said, "I do actually."
I know that stutter. I know that stutter. I do.
Yeah, and they're like, "Did you see what he said about Ohtani?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Rob's tripping. He's a cuckoo bird." I think I called you a cuckoo bird.
Yeah.
Is what I said.
I literally have a copy and paste response now.
Right.
It's just like, man, Rob crazy. What you expect? Ha ha.
I know.
Literally, I
Like,
just copy paste.
I'm keeping my
Copy,
gig
paste.
with the Dodgers, right? I don't know him that well. I know. Yeah, we've been.
You know what I do. I don't know what they're gonna say next time they see me.
I see him down the hall.
Yeah, once in a while.
Next time I see him, I'm gonna be like, hey, I'm like,
That's all right.
It's going to be real funny the next time MLB Bro wants a credential at Dodger Stadium.
Yeah, I already know. Well,
Right,
the
real
only
funny.
thing that works is that, like, I'll be at the World Series here in L.A.
So you
But
think?
you got to go through the national.
Oh yeah, good point.
Okay,
I
not
was about
the
to say,
local.
Ohtani's.
They don't run the local.
Yeah, next season,
No.
next spring, Ohtani's
No regular
English is gonna,
season Dodger games for Rob Parker.
Ohtani's English is gonna be perfect. It's gonna be like, not him. It's gonna be perfect. It's gonna be perfect.
Wait a minute. Where do you think he's from?
No, not him.
Right.
No.
All
But
right.
speaking of that, a great one of the world's greatest athletes of all time,
Who
Coach
played
Prime, who played in World
Baseball
Series.
and the NFL, obviously.
Yep. Coach Prime. They asked him about this, just the Ohtani's feats and just his thoughts on baseball. Here's what he had to say.
He went through 6 innings, struck out 10, and then hit 3 home runs in the same game.
That is ridiculous, man. He did what?
6 innings, struck out 10, and then went 3 for 3 at the plate and hit 3 home runs in a closeout
Can they
game.
just hand him the MVP during the game?
I was going to ask you if you think that's the best individual performance, maybe not
Now
just in
listen
baseball,
closely.
but for a single game in sports history.
Yeah, because he's doing something that's unfathomable. I'm not going to say sports history because I can't recant everything that has transpired. I hope he opens the door for others because there's many more pitchers, not more, that don't sound right, many pitchers that can do both, but they're never allowed to do so because they put them in a pocket and say, you just need to do that. So hopefully he opened the doors for others.
See, now, what I loved about Deion, he didn't just buy into the hype. It was the greatest performance ever. Deion was measured. I don't know to be able to say it's the greatest feat ever. Thank you. Because I want all you Dodger homers, okay, and Ohtani lovers to first look up Rick Wise from the Philadelphia Phillies in 1971, before we get to the bigger topic. And look at what Rick Wise did. You know what he did?
What did he do?
He pitched a no-hitter, one walk away from a perfect game, and hit 2 home runs in a game in 1971 for the Philadelphia Phillies. You hear me? He pitched a no-hitter, not 6 innings. Oh, Johnny pitched 6 innings. It's unbelievable. I can't believe he pitched 6 innings and he hit 3 home runs. Rick Wise did that. I gave you another example. Bob Gibson in 1967, Game 7 of the World Series. He pitched a complete game, 10 strikeouts. This is Game 7 to win all the marbles and hit a home run in that game. So don't give me that nobody who ever pitched also didn't hit a home run because it has happened before. I'm not trying to poo-poo what Ohtani did.
You
I'm
like
not trying
big time. You have Raisin Bran. You got Metamucil. You got everything going
Just
on right
because
now.
I said it wasn't
Laxatives.
anything special, I don't know. People are going crazy.
Yeah, they are going crazy. Now, we argued about that enough. We've gone viral enough about that. I like the second portion of what Coach Prime was talking about. Let me have Coach Prime, baby. He brought up an interesting conversation to me. What Ohtani is doing, obviously great. It's historic. We're talking about it. It's viral, all those kind of things. But I do think something we may now see, which is why the other day when we were talking about will it ever happen again, I said no. Then I said, actually, wait. The reason why I said wait, Coach Prime alluded to. What he's doing is opening up the door for a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-year-old right now who all their life have been told at a certain point, well, you got to specialize. You're only going to be a pitcher.
And you gotta
so
pick
this is what you got to
something,
do. You got to pick. You can only hit. You can only pitch. Nobody else has ever done. Nobody does this like this. You can be a pitcher who happens to be a decent bat, you know what I mean, but not an actual hitter. And what he's doing is opening up what we're going to see because the only person, Rob, we are the ones who actually limit what athletes can do. What did we say for years? First off, we said black guys couldn't be a quarterback. They're not smart enough. They're not this enough. That was a literal thing. For those of you too young to know that, check the history. Black quarterbacks couldn't exist because they're not smart enough. They don't have the mental capacity. Well, you know how many athletes we will never know who might have been the greatest quarterbacks of all time? because they happen to be a black quarterback coming out of
they
college in the
used to-
70s and 80s.
And they led their college teams to national championships.
Lead them to national championships.
And then they'd be like, but
you
got to
go be a
different
DB,
league.
got to be a running back, go be a safety, or go Charlie Ward, go to the NBA.
And it ain't even that long ago. Don't forget that
100%.
that Bill Polian, who's a Hall of Fame general manager from the Colts, talked about Lamar
needing to be a receiver,
a wide receiver. Go get some reps as a wide receiver. Just think about that.
No, that's real, and that was what 7, 8 years ago.
Right.
So I bring that up to say we limit the possibilities of athletes with our own brains and our own limitations. Right? Black quarterbacks could have been dominating for years. Quarterbacks, we don't run. That's bad. It means you don't see anything in the pocket. You're being scared. You're running. That's stupid. Now, Jared Goff is the last standstill statue quarterback, and I'm serious. Every team has a quarterback who can run, who's mobile. That's the norm now. 25, 35, 40 years. No, because that's bad. That means you're not seeing things. There's Frank Tarkenton. There's Steve Young. There's a handful, but they were the anomalies. So I'm bringing this up to say we might start to see, maybe they don't go 6, 7, 8 innings, but where you can see guys who are great hitters getting 30 home runs, and batting 280, whatever it may be for them, but they also can get you 3 innings. They can be a mid-reliever. They can come in, give you 2 innings, 3 innings, 4 innings. Maybe they can start every now and again when you need them. We might just start to see this happen more often, more frequently, and that's the remarkable thing about what Shohei Ohtani is doing. It opens up the floodgates of possibilities. Hey, big man, it's okay that you shoot threes. We've gone too far now. But, hey, Bill Laimbeer, you're a big man, power forward, tough, elbowing people, fighting people. You're thinking you as big and strong and tough. Bill Laimbeer was out there stretch forward, knocking down threes. Now it's common to see Wemby, 7'12", shooting threes. So my point is this might usher in something where we didn't think we'd see this 25 years from now. It might be normal to see kids who pitch and hit. And maybe they're not big-time starters all the time, but we might see it.
No, I think there's a chance. Not everybody. You got to be
everybody can't be Ohtani.
Right, you got to be really special because they're just everybody's not going to be pitching and hitting and doing
Agreed.
that.
But
It's got to be,
see it.
but there's more of a chance now because it was such a long time between Babe Ruth and Ohtani. I mean, and that's really when you start to look at. And we talked about when I brought up Rick Wise. They were good hitting pitchers.
Yeah,
who could go out and hit home runs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, and stuff like that. They didn't play every day, or the team.
What's the big dude, Bartolone, right?
Oh yeah,
Bartolo Colon. Yeah,
right.
Well, he get up there on
who finally hit a home run. Had never hit a home run. Played all those years in the big league, and then finally hit one, and they went crazy when he finally hit one.
He was out there, big belly, Jerry Kerr.
But he could pitch.
Yeah, he listen. Hey, if you're good at something, do it. But go ahead.
I'm just saying. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a floodgate. It's going to be, but the idea that somebody is of that ilk and has that great of an arm and can hit that kind of, and especially now that we have the DH in both leagues.
Yep.
Remember that. Before, it wasn't like that because pitchers had to hit, so there was no spot for a guy really to be a DH. And now Ohtani can DH and pitch and still be, and then when he pitches, he's in his DH spot. So it makes a lot more sense now. Rob G, what do you got?
Just a quick question for you. I know it's kind of apples to oranges, but obviously Ohtani has been, a unicorn, you guys say, that he can do both at such a high level. And the question was, are we going to see the next wave of athletes who are two-way stars? Well, we already have one right now in football in Travis Hunter. And I know it's early, but the early returns are it's not going well as a two-way star. Do you see, I know it's baseball and football, but the fact that we have one guy doing it great and there have been others, Chris Gamble and Charles Woodson was okay, in college, didn't really do in the NFL. Like, are you going to see players where they're like, no, Ohtani's different. No one else can do what he's doing. That's why we're not going to allow you to do it because they're trying to do it over here and it's not working.
Yeah, I think that hurts a little bit if Travis Hunter, if they finally decide, okay, you got to do this. Mm-hmm. You're not really good at the other one. We want you to really concentrate. I think it's going to be hard anyway, and I don't think every team is working on guys in the minor leagues. Baseball's different. They got to work on the minor leagues in order to get up there. And I don't think they're like, oh, yeah, you got to have a superior arm and then be able to hit like that. Not you're a slap hitter or, you know what I mean? You're just like this guy hits 50 home runs a year. That's a guy's bat. I'm willing to allow to pitch and do
Right.
more than
No,
that because of that. Am I right?
I think the difference will be what's asked of Travis Hunter is to be doing two things in the same game. Ohtani gets 5 days away. Sometimes, as you know, they didn't even have him. Sometimes he might skip a couple of what would have been a normal rotation. We'll get him in a couple weeks. So that was able to do that. Yeah, 7, 8 days, 9 days. 10 days. Whereas Travis Hunter, in his mind, I'm going to play 40, 50 snaps on offense, 40, 50 on defense. And that can wear you out. That can confuse you. It's too much. That's why it'll be more difficult what Travis is doing in the sense of trying to do both things in the same game on the same day.
All right, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. Do you expect Ohtani will open the door for the next wave of two-way athletes? We'll continue that conversation next with you on this Worship Wednesday. It is The Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
Especially if you're like Paquito Parker and don't think Ohtani's the greatest in the US of A.
People get caught up on this whole idea of prisoner of the moment because the prisoner of the moment made it like Shohei had done something that nobody had ever done. Okay?
Okay.
And it's not true. Okay? First of all, people have hit 3 home runs in a game.
I'm laughing at you fighting for your life right now.
Reggie Jackson hit 3 home runs.
Yep.
On 3 pitches, consecutive pitches, by 3 different pitchers in a World Series game. An incredible feat.
That's how I feel.
Here's the other part. So people, I get it. He's a unicorn. They're making it like, nobody. Well, yeah, we know because only him and Babe Ruth have been the only guys who have pitched, right, and hit home runs at this kind of clip. There's only been 2 guys since the 20s. But people keep going, he's the first guy since, yeah, of course he is, because nobody else has ever done it.
That's exactly why it's impressive. Nobody else has done it.
Hear me out.
You literally you know nobody else has ever done this before, but it ain't impressive.
No, Babe Ruth was the last guy who had the opportunity to
So
do it.
100 years ago.
Okay, but here's the part where they go, they say the 3 home runs, okay. Even though Kike Hernandez had 3 home runs in a game, playoff game. That didn't happen. It's not like that never happened.
Right.
But then the whole thing is about, and he struck out 10. He struck out 10 batters. He struck out 10. I'm like, okay, that's good.
Okay.
But it wasn't like he had shut down the mighty Milwaukee Brewers. And here's my issue. Blake Snell pitched 8 innings of unbelievable ball against the Milwaukee Brewers. Yamamoto pitched a complete game against the Milwaukee Brewers. They were dead on arrival. Shohei didn't do anything special. Everybody and their uncle, I could have pitched 4 scoreless innings against that team. They couldn't hit. They couldn't score any runs. So people are making it like he pitched a no-hitter and hit 4 home runs on every at-bat. That's not what happened. That's not what happened. What he did pitching-wise was not that impressive against this Milwaukee Brewers team.
You're screaming in a room by yourself.
Okay, no,
because
I'm
nobody
not.
else is. You are like in an insane asylum.
No, I'm not.
In a straitjacket. No, I swear.
Rob.
Listen to your. No, hold on, Alex.
I'm
Put
not
the
even with
camera
Rob.
on me. And let me also tell you why it's remarkable. To be down in the dumps and in a slump is what makes it incredible because you could continue down that, just never perform again, and it doesn't even need to. The team's carrying me. The starting pitchers carry me. I can just ride this coast and on into the postseason. Nope, he had enough. The man said the buck stops here, and what he did was say, home run, let me go put on my, let me take this off and go pitch real quick, and strike out 10 and hit another home run And we talking about hockey right now because we were talking about earlier the Maple Leafs. The man hit a hat trick. You ball, he did a turkey. And this is on top of, again, this is a $700 million man. Most people don't live up to the hype of things like that. He comes to this team. He lives up to it last year. He's incredible.
Did
MVP.
he live up to it in the
Gonna be an
postseason?
MVP season. And that's what makes this remarkable.
Did he live up
finally
to it
put
in
the
the
snide to
postseason?
it. And then you can sit up here and tell me, well, only two people have done it, him and Babe Ruth. Well, then, arguably the greatest player ever. You're telling me only other person who does something was the greatest player ever.
No, but his career,
but
his
nothing.
career isn't long enough for you to consider him the greatest player of all time. And that's what people were saying.
You are trying to also poo-poo the performance. Don't be a prisoner of the moment.
No,
We've seen this before. No, we have not.
Yes,
and
we
Tony
have.
Was your senior, was at that game with Reggie Jackson. He said, I was at that game when he hit 3 home runs. And you know what? This was even better. He said, because I could go to Reggie Jackson and say, Reggie, you know what you didn't do? And Reggie would say, pitch. Or so. Then we'll do last call towards the end of the show as well. Be sure to check out the brand new YouTube. Shout out to YouTube. Watch it right now. All the YouTubians in the Odd Mob. All you got to do is search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. Again, that's Odd Couple FSR. When you're there, subscribe, like it, share it, comment away, thumbs up, all that good stuff. We appreciate it as always. And make sure you subscribe, most importantly, because we've done some great numbers, and we do not take that for granted. All right. 877-99 on Fox. We're having a conversation. Will Ohtani, being a two-way star, one of the greatest of all time, doing that, open up the floodgates to starting having young folks, kids say, oh, I can pitch and be a great hitter? Or is he just an anomaly? Will we see more of it? 877-99 on Fox. I think he's going to open it up for about 15 years from now. The young kids now, you'll start to see a handful more. What say you? Want to hear from you.
Sean in Sacramento, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Sean?
Yo, my uncle from another mother, cousin Kelvin, my brother's behind the board with him, I see. Real quick, man, I don't know what they replaced your leave with, but whatever medication you've been on, you have been absolutely wilding. I'm not going to get on you for the Ohtani take, but like Rob G and I were talking about, man, if it's going to be a great two-way player, it's not going to be an American player. We're way too specialized out here.
Well,
That's a great point.
I agree, Sean. I agree.
Yeah. Just like Rob G, 12-year-old nephew, as soon as they find out you're great at baseball, basketball, soccer even, they're putting you in travel ball, they're putting you in AAU ball, they're doing everything they can to maximize your potential at such a young age. By the time you get to the pros, your legs are shot, your arm is shot. That's why we don't see a lot of two-way players in any sport from the Americas.
Sean, great point. And not to mention, the
That is
craziest
really
part
good.
about this is that all the guys will say are the greats. Michael Jordan, what was he known for aside playing baseball? LeBron James, football. Kobe played soccer. You have so many guys who played a million different sports. Allen Iverson, he didn't even really want to play basketball because he was a football player. Randy Moss played center field, was a sprinter, played basketball, was Mr. Basketball in West Virginia, and Mr. Football.
And we didn't even have to go that far back. Kyler Murray was drafted in the first round of the NFL and the first round of Major League Baseball, the first player ever in the history of sports.
Yep. Jameis Winston played
that
both
wasn't
sports.
40 years ago.
It's the weirdest thing now that you feel like you have to specialize at 8 years old. Dude, you know how many Donovan Mitchell, who's playing right now, the Cavs and Knicks, he was a great pitcher. A great baseball player.
Well, what does it say about the culture of American youth sports when we all know a lot of former and current professional athletes? To a man, everyone I've ever talked to has said, play as many sports as possible.
Yep.
But
the ones who are telling you to focus are the guys who never made it, and they say, hey, age 7, I need you to focus and lock in on this youth basketball.
And it's bad, Rob G, and it's bad because it is these AAU coaches and coaches.
It's the business of training.
Yes, and they want your parents to pay money for the trainers, coaches, all this stuff, and they want you to be involved all year round, not just during the season.
100%. If you don't have a trainer, listen, I have very young kids. It's crazy where this is going right now. If you're not 3 already, like, soccer's going to be it. You already got a soccer. She's got a personal coach. And we go on Tuesday, Wednesday, we do this, and we do that. And you know what happens? All these kids are burnt out. They're mentally, I'm drained. We hear more than ever. They're mentally, I'm lost. I don't know who I am outside from this. Let these kids play. And they'll eventually pick what they like and find their thing and want to do it. But the idea that they have to do it from 5 years old. And you want to know, last point, I know we got another call. You want to know why? Look at all these top players that came out in the NBA. Kyrie Irving, hurt all the time. LaMelo Ball, Lonzo Ball, hurt all the time. Blake Griffin, hurt all the time. Zion Williamson, hurt all the time. Ben Simmons, hurt all the time. I could go down the list of these. Ja Morant, hurt all the time. All these big-time stars that come in the NBA, I really started to watch. It's because they just hooped. LaMelo Ball been playing basketball every single day of his life since he was 5. How many games? Brothers playing it. Take it easy.
And those bad sneakers didn't help.
Yeah, that didn't help at all.
I'm just saying. Marshall from Duluth, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Marshall?
What up, guys?
What up?
I just want to say quickly on that last subject. You kind of hit it on the end there, but I was going to say I feel like since they don't do other sports, they don't train the muscles in their body.
No, it's
not
100%
just like
right.
It's not just them overworking it, like they're playing all the time. But when you sprint, then you train new muscles. And when you play football, you train new muscles. Stuff like that. But back to the first question, I was going to say, I think we'll see more people try it because of the Ohtani experience. But the thing is, if we look at the past, prime time, why was he prime time? He played baseball, he played offense, he played defense. I know he didn't play a ton of offense, but he did do that.
Right.
But the thing is, I think the main thing is, kind of like you were just saying with AU, a lot of it has to do with money. Somebody's paying a pitcher, all this money. He's not going to want him to, sprain an ankle trying to hit a double play.
And in the day, Marshall, the best player on the team played shortstop every game except the day that he pitched. Like you played shortstop, the best player, or you played center field. Like you didn't just pitch, and that's why these guys have rotator cuff, Tommy John surgery.
They're doing elected Tommy John surgery. That means we're choosing to cut my kid's arm open and they're 13, 14, 15 to get it done now because it'll be better if we get it done now because then You don't know if he or she's going pro. What are we doing?
Crazy.
Now I got a tore up surgical repaired elbow. Yeah, it's a lot going on right now. All right, Olden Polynice, former NBA veteran. We're going to talk some hoops with him in just a minute. Right now, Monty Bolaños getting you set on what's trending. Monty. Sweetie ding beady ding.
Thank you. I was waiting for it. All right, we're going to start at Madison Square Garden, fellas. It's been back and forth between the Cavaliers and the Knicks in the second half. Knicks were up by double digits, and the Cavs took the lead in the third quarter, outscoring New York 37-22, but the Knicks have come back in the fourth, and they've taken the lead and trying to run with it right now. Knicks are up 106-99 with less than 4 minutes to go in this one. Donovan Mitchell started the comeback for the Cavs, scored 21 points alone in the third quarter. He's got 29 points right now. When it comes between the Heat and the Magic, they've also been back and forth, and they are tied right now at 115 in Orlando with 3 minutes left. Franz Wagner has 24 points. Norman Powell for the Heat, former Clipper, has 25 points. The Hornets and the Nets. Hornets are up 128-106 with about 4 minutes to go. Late in the third quarter, Raptors are on top of the Hawks, 101-85. Early in the fourth, between the 76ers and the Celtics, where Boston is up 94-84. Jaylen Brown leading the way with 19 points. At the half, the Bulls are on top of the Pistons, 64-49, and the Pelicans are beating the Grizzlies in Memphis, 67-56. Early in the third quarter, between the Wizards and the Bucks, and Milwaukee is on top, 72-58. And late in the first quarter, the Jazz are on top of the Clippers. Utah, 19-14 is the score. When it comes to the NHL, the Red Wings and the Sabres are tied at 2 apiece after 2 periods. Canadians over the Flames 1-0 after the first period, and the Devils have extended their lead over the Wild. It's 3-1 with 4 minutes to go in the third period. Thursday night football between the Chargers and the Vikings, but LA has listed left tackle Joe Alt as questionable, even though he did say earlier in the week that he is going to come back from that high ankle sprain. The Buccaneers have rolled out running back Bucky Irving and wide receiver Chris Godwin for Week 8 against New Orleans. Commanders say they're going to be without their quarterback Jaden Daniels for their Week 8 matchup. That's on Monday night against the Chiefs because of a hamstring strain. Panthers quarterback Bryce Young didn't practice today because of a high ankle sprain. And Jets head coach Aaron Glenn said that he's not going to name a starting quarterback for their Week 8 game just yet. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Monty. Have a great night. Appreciate it.
Thank you,
I don't know. Somebody does not want to win this game, this Cavs-Knicks game.
I know.
It's back and forth, up, down. Yeah. All right, appreciate it. All right. It is the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Worship Wednesday. It's good to have the NBA back as well. You got a good one, as Monty was saying, 115, 2:30 left in this Miami Heat and Orlando Magic game. And we got some more games coming up, too, so it's feeling good to have the NBA back. Just a great time to be a sports fan. We're getting ready to talk to Olden Polynice, speaking of in the NBA, in just a moment. Last night, of course, you had the Lakers hosting the Golden State Warriors. Ended up being a win for the Warriors. Luka looked great. A lot of people feeling like it could be Luka's MVP season. We can ask that to Olden Polynice as well, former NBA veteran, Fox Sports Radio NBA analyst. Olden, man, what's up?
Hey, how you doing?
Going good, man. We can start right there. What I was just saying, the Warriors beat the Lakers by 10, but Luka looked great. The rest of the Lakers look but Luka was great. What do you make of this season for the Lakers right now? LeBron out for the next 2 to 3 weeks. What are your expectations of them? And then specifically, what are your expectations for Luka now that he's in shape? They say he lost like 30 pounds.
Yeah, well, he looked really good. You know, one assist away from a triple-double. I mean, it's very impressive. He even managed to move his feet on defense a little bit. So it all looked good, but it's one game. You can't get too high and too low. But the question that no one's talking about, I don't know if everybody saw it, was the mannerisms and demeanor of one LeBron James.
Oh, we talked about it. Absolutely.
And we
did a whole segment on that. The whole segment.
Okay, that was horrible.
What do you make of it?
I don't like it at all, and that's and I don't want to use the word of the day, narcissism, but that's a narcissistic personality. It's like you can't have any reaction for your teammates, for nobody, for nothing. They came back in the first half from like 12 down.
Right.
Great run, nothing, not a handshake, no good job, nothing. Oh, it was insane. That was embarrassing. I'm sorry. For all the greatness that he has, that's embarrassing.
And it's unlike him. He might be this, he might be that, but one thing he is guy who's, with his teammates, dapping them up, different handshakes with everybody, rooting them on, being silly with that's, of all the things we can argue and debate about, that's one that normally no one would debate. He's usually engaged with the team.
Yeah, but unfortunately he was not engaged yesterday, and I don't know if he was sending out a message, the cryptic message, but it happened. And, unfortunately, that's the thing that really ruined a very good game. I mean, the Warriors look great, but the Lakers, they have work to do. They're missing a bunch of pieces. It's not just LeBron and Luka. They're missing pieces.
And also, Olden, they had an issue last year. The third quarter collapses, right?
Oh, yeah,
and we saw that again. Well, would they give up 35 piece or something in the third quarter? What is that? Is that preparation? Is that coaching? Is that not being prepared or ready for the second half adjustments? Why have they keep doing that?
Well, because the players that they have, the mentality is what it is. A lot of these guys, they're very talented, but they're not mental giants. They're mental midgets. And so to me, that takes a toll on a team when guys don't know how to sustain the effort, and what their craft is. So, again, it's because there's also lack of talent. So that's it in a nutshell. You got to be talented as well.
Yep, Olden Polynice, our guest right now, former NBA veteran, Fox Sports Radio, NBA analyst. What do you make, Jay? I don't know if you saw that. Maybe it's something we can even bring up tomorrow. I just kind of cut a hold of it. Jaylen Brown was on a podcast, and he talked about he doesn't think the NBA is the most talented right now. And what he said was he believes there are obviously incredibly talented players, but his point was there's a bunch of young guys, and it's filled with potential versus actual players. And he was saying a lot of the places in the world, they got a bunch of guys who know how to play the game. Just your thoughts on that, because you just brought up how lack of talent.
Smartest thing that man said yet. And it's true. And, again, I always like to use this analogy. They say that they're the most talented and everything else, but how come no one's been able to replicate anything a guy like Dr. J or George Gervin did back in the 70s?
I asked that same question with Magic all the time.
With sneakers with no arches in them.
With sneakers with no arches. And I mean, you were better off playing barefoot.
Definitely. I don't know how guys played in those.
The Converse All-Stars?
Like the Chuck Taylors and all. Have you ever worn them?
Oh, yeah.
You can't even walk around old and just like sporting those without your feet hurting.
Trust me, I played in them things. I know I would. You couldn't pay me to walk in Chuck Taylors in my everyday life.
The only thing worse are the big baller brands, but that's another story. I'm sorry.
But so again, they're talented, but they're not really they're physically gifted because of the generation that they're in. They have access to more stuff.
And also the style of play, as you know, it's a lot less physical, right? And everything's a foul. You can't touch anybody. I mean, it's a different game. It really is.
Let me share this with you guys. Okay, the NBA through collective bargaining decided that you could only practice for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Right? Period. During training camp or during whenever. 3 hours. We used to do 3-hour sessions.
Right.
And that wasn't even including film and all that stuff. So you reduce the load, but yet you have load management. You reduce the wear and tear, but you have more injuries.
It does, right. The load management hasn't helped anything.
It really hasn't.
Not at all.
No, there's been no benefit from it.
They claim they're the better athletes.
Right. All right, let me ask you about the Denver Nuggets. And we know they took OKC to 7 games last year. They made some improvements in the offseason with some movement and trades. Do you like what they've done? And are they in the way of OKC maybe trying to repeat as NBA champs?
Listen, I saw something last night that baffled me. Kevin Durant dropped the ball twice, as far as what they were looking for. So OKC has some things working. And, of course, granted, J-Dub, Jalen Williams was out. So I got to give them a pass somewhat in regards to that. But OKC, the target's fully on their back right now. But the Denver Nuggets are the team, in my personal opinion, in the West that can upend them. Because bottom line is there's no Listen, I watched the series last year. You can try and claim that Alex Caruso is a great defender and all that. Stop it. There's no way on God's green earth he can legally defend Nikola Jokic.
No doubt. Fouling him every other minute. I'm 100%.
Not legally.
They allow him.
Y'all both stop it.
They
Jokic himself will be like, I should have manned up. I should have dominated down in the paint more.
They allowed him to beat up the Joker. They did.
Y'all acting like a joke right now. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Odin.
All right, let me ask you in the East, obviously you got the major injuries, Halliburton, and, of course, Boston.
Tatum.
With Tatum. Who do you like in the East? Is this the year the Knicks finally make it and break through? Or,
it's got to be, Rob.
Or is it Cleveland?
I like the Knicks way better than I like Cleveland.
Okay.
I like the
is
Knicks
that?
way better than I like Cleveland. I think they have the better team. The Knicks are solid. The Knicks fall prey to some, like the injuries that happen at the wrong time, and I think Mike Brown, with his easy attitude, I think this is going to be
Is he a good coach, though, Olden? Because I would have hired Charlie Brown. I'm serious.
Mike Brown is a good coach for the first year or two.
Okay.
So whatever you're going to get, you better get it right now.
All right.
Because after that, he wears on you.
Because every time it doesn't usually work out as the longer he stays. Because we thought he was making a move with Sacramento. Remember?
They should have. That team should have been right on the rise to being one of the best teams for a handful of years.
I kept waiting for them to beat the Warriors in the playoff series, right? They were right there. They couldn't get there.
But that's why I say 1 or 2 years. That's when you get That's when you get the best of Mike Brown, and then after a while, it starts tearing at your skin.
Well, shoot, he's in the wrong place for that, Odin, in New York. Shoot, they ain't going to be playing that.
Hey, if they can get rid of Thibodeau after what he did last year, they'll be quick to get rid of Mike.
No doubt. Hey, Odin, man, we appreciate it as always, brother.
Thank you, my man.
All right, y'all take care.
No doubt. Olden Polynice there. Olden Polynice 1. Make sure you give him a follow. All right, Rob, it's that time. Last call.
Already?
Yes. 877-99 on Fox, 877-99 on Fox. Last call. If you've been wanting to get in and haven't had a chance to, this is your chance to do so. Hit your boys up. It's the Odd Couple on a Worship Wednesday, Fox Sports Radio.
It's last call.
Here's what I said.
Time to reheat an old hot take that's gone cold.
Hot on the outside, icicle in the middle.
It's Microwave Take with the Odd Couple.
It is an absolutely terrible hire by your Las Vegas Raiders, Rob G. I'm sorry.
Rob G know it.
It's a bad hire. He's going to be 74 basically when the season starts. He's a pork chop away from not being the head coach. I'm just saying.
Pork chop sound good, right?
The bad part is he's here for the short run.
Mm-hmm.
Like the idea that you're going to hire somebody and then go, well, he'll fix the culture and the next guy. No, that's not how it works, okay? Because once he's no longer there, whoever the new guy is, that's going to be his culture. Stop it, okay? Now we're passing down culture? Is that what we're doing? A 74-year-old man with no quarterback in that division.
Dude.
What are they trying to do? When Pete Carroll goes for the press conference, Rob G, he should have a ski mask on because he just robbed the Raiders of his retirement fund. Like, that's what this is. And after that game against the Chiefs where they got skunked 31-0,
that's bad.
They look awful. And it ain't just Geno Smith. Geno's Pizza has been awful, okay, with all the interceptions.
10 of them.
Rob G, they don't run the ball. They don't stop anybody defensively. They don't get pressure on the court. What do they do? What has Pete Carroll done? Zero.
The hire didn't make any sense. We talked about it then.
Yeah, they
just
like
because,
him. They like him, I guess.
Yeah, and that's perfectly fine. You know what that is? That's a consultant That's a person you have in the front office, part of the team. I'm with that. It makes sense. Hey, he knows football, won on high levels in college, won on high levels in pros. You bring him in. Hey, I'm going to be
college.
But and all of a sudden you bring him in to be a coach. To me, there was nothing exciting about that hire.
Do they realize what happened in Seattle? Why he wasn't coaching anymore?
Because he couldn't coach anymore.
Okay, there you go.
And his voice had run its course, and people weren't trying to hear it no more. And that's just what I was telling you earlier. We were talking about it off the mic. Rob, it's okay to move on, and it's okay for an organization to say thank you, but no, like you had an amazing career, arguably a Hall of Fame career, and Bill Belichick with UNC. Like, it's okay to be like, nah, we good.
Rob G. When I say he's a dinosaur, I think the best way to describe Pete Carroll right now is Fred Flintstone with a better car. That's what he is.
You mentioned the pork chop. Ain't that what Fred had on the side of the big
those
rib
are
thing?
the Brontosaurus ribs. Yes,
that's what you was eating earlier today.
I'm just saying, like, I knew this was a bad hire from jump, and Raider fans are like, dude, what? Why can't we get anything right? Oh, Antonio Pierce, remember that, Rob G?
It's all his fault.
I wasn't with that because they didn't do a real coach's search because they listened to the players, which is, I get it. But you need to do a search, right?
Yeah. And also, to me, Rob G., you can, it's obviously your squad, but to compound it, he wanted to go get his guy, which is fine, but it better work.
Rob
you know what I mean? And it didn't work, and it hasn't worked horribly bad, in horrible fashion.
Rob G., what are they doing? You watch them every week, and you're, invested. How disappointed are you at how bad they are?
They suck. They're horrible. They sucked at a time they shouldn't have sucked. And to you guys' point about the Geno Smith-Pete Carroll pairing, it's not like you're like, hey, we're going to reunite Aaron Rodgers and Mike McCarthy.
Right.
Where they had years and years of success together. We're not going to get Sean Payton and Drew Brees, right? They had years and years. Geno Smith had one good season in Seattle and got paid. I mean, good, he got paid for it, good for him. But it's not like we were trying to recreate, the Mona Lisa. It was like, hey, this guy he was all right for a season, and the cupboard's kind of bare. And the one thing that has surprised me with this whole situation is how on earth has Tom Brady avoided any kind of criticism?
I agree.
Fox Sports Radio, Odd Couple.
Look at Rob G. like he at church. He ain't been in church for 20 years.
It's okay, because VJ Husky said he'll pray for me.
Alex, cut the music for 1 second.
Good luck.
Put the camera on me.
What was that?
I'm inviting all of you to church with me one Sunday. It's a quick one. It's an hour. It ain't like back in the day, 3-4 hours. And we'll go to brunch after. We'll have a good time.
Are you paying for brunch?
I will. Now I look at you like, dang.
Alex, are you going?
Are you going, Rob?
If he's paying for
Listen,
brunch.
you don't even have to answer right now. You don't have to. It's not like, I got look. Just saying. The offer's out there. I would love for the gang.
I have one request.
Yes.
We have to all go to breakfast.
Well, we're gonna go to brunch right after.
Brunch? Okay.
Anti-brunch?
Just Rob can't have my pancakes.
I'm not gonna.
That's
ask
my
for-
only requirement.
I'm not gonna ask for your pancake.
Promise?
He favors Rob G's.
Rob G, is that a pancake?
Can't believe you looked
Or
at.
you just happy to see me?
The lady came out with a stack. You know, they come in stacks of pancakes. Who had the pancakes? Sets the plate down. Rob G, is that a pancake? No.
I wanted one without having to ask for one. Does that make sense?
I mean, Rob G just cutting you a triangle.
He didn't stop it,
handing
and
you
no, he
and
did
then- and then
not.
feeding you with his
Okay, all
with
right.
his fork is the best
Can you
part of
put
the
butter
story.
and syrup on that for me,
Can you
Rob
do
G,
it?
before
Rob
you
G,
put
I
it in
just
my
wanted.
mouth?
I only wanted to get a burger,
Pause.
and I didn't know that I wanted a pancake.
Oh, God.
The night before, what does he do? Can we get bread? Can we get bread? I don't want it. I just want Rob G. I'll eat your bread. Now you eating this man's buns.
Hey, Rob G, your hands actually look good. Make a crepe out of it.
Oh God. Okay, we're good.
And Rob G knows I'm not lying.
Rob G, guess what? This year when we go to San Francisco for the Super Bowl, I'm not eating with you guys at all.
Stop.
I'm not gonna hang out with you. I don't want to.
No,
eat with
we're
you
just
guys.
saying stop eating buns and people's buns and cakes.
I wasn't eating
That's
his
all
buns.
we say. Rob G, you are
So
too
he
nice.
ordered bread earlier. He didn't get it. Could you bring
Can
it?
you bring
and
it?
then just put it over
You
here.
put it over here. Bring his bread, but bring it to me.
I
noticed.
I wasn't paying for bread.
I noticed he didn't get his refill. Could I get it?
Can I get it? Can I get it to go?
Can I get his drink to go?
To go? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea. If you buy a drink and I don't
Actually,
buy a drink,
I ain't gonna lie, that is
that's
brilliant.
a great idea. I'm gonna
Oh,
start
Rob.
doing that. I need a refill on his Diet Coke
Yeah, I
right
ain't gonna
there.
lie. I'm gonna start doing that.
And then I'll take it with me. I'm not even gonna buy a drink anymore.
At this point, I think you're gonna just walk around nibbling at all our food and not even order anything.
Or you'll be like, you know what? Yeah, he's got a Diet Coke. He wants a refill. Just bring him another glass, and that'll be mine, and I don't have to pay for it. Okay, let's get to
All
last
right.
call.
Hey, real quick. Oh yeah, I don't even have to say anything. Last call.
No,
This is the last call.
It's last call time on the Odd Couple.
All right, who we got?
Chad in South Dakota, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio, and you are the last call.
Chad, how do you feel about pancakes?
Guys, listen, pancakes are like third in the row. It's like waffles,
No.
French toast.
And
Yeah, he likes
wrong. Chad, pancake.
Chad likes
waffles.
waffles.
Are last.
What? Last call, guys.
All right, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I love the show, first off, but Chuck Taylors get a bad rap. Now, they shouldn't be basketball shoes, but we should speak about them. Anybody who lifts, goes to the gym, wants to lift heavy weights, they got Chuck Taylors on their feet.
Chuck Taylors
So
are
we need to-
uncomfortable, though. You
Wait,
Chad.
is there a reason behind that?
They are made for lifting heavy things off the ground. We need a flat platform to lift them up. Maybe not for basketball, I get it, but the negative connotation for Chuck Taylors needs to stop.
All right.
I love your show, guys.
Appreciate you. You got a Chuck
Appreciate
Taylor
you.
supporter. Hey, style-wise, I'm a big fan. Chucks go with everything.
I'm not
Get
wearing
you a nice
those.
pair
I'm
of
sorry.
clean white Chucks or some black Chucks. They go with everything.
I want a pair of noon Chucks.
I want a pair of new Chucks. So I can hit you right now. Bop. We got
How do you
Cooper.
spell noon Chucks? Is that Noon? Is it like
No,
that?
I think it's N-U-N, right?
Is it?
I don't think it's high noon. Chuck.
Nunchucks?
Nunchucks. Nunchucks.
Noon Chucks.
Not high noon
I
chucks.
thought they were noon Chucks.
They're
Man,
none
no, you were. We got Wemby. Go ahead and hit it, Alex.
Everyone knows it's.
Everyone knows it's Wemby.
One
We
more
got
time, Alex.
Wemby and we got Cooper Flag.
Here we go.
Everyone knows it's Wemby.
We got Cooper Flag's
Vlogging.
debut. What are you thinking of him? What are you expecting for him this season, Cooper Flag? That Rob G, what was it? By far the biggest rookie of the year.
The biggest rookie of the year favorite in almost 20 years.
That's
Good. And it'll be Christian Laettner. I'm sorry.
Christian, you talk about who be catching strays. One-time All-Star, had a solid career, but everybody.
Member of the Dream Team,
Shooting
basketball Hall of Famer.
Shooting at Christian
It was
Laettner.
one of the greatest. I told you if I did my.
Oh, he's top 4. He's in my top.
He's in my.
You're treating him like the Russell Wilson of basketball right now, Rob.
Dude, he was
He gonna
a
come for you.
tremendous. He was a tremendous college basketball.
Cooper Flag, he's nice. I love that he can do like a night where he had 8 points, he'll contribute in other ways. Defense, blocking shots, rebounding.
Always making excuses.
Yeah.
8 points, that's nothing.
No, you don't have to, because you don't have to. It's not the only part of the game. You know that?
The Jason Smith Show with Mike Harmon is coming up next.
I never miss your radio show. I never hear it, so I never miss it.
Did you hear that?